Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen. What they got is cutting up. Woo. What they got is cutting up. Woo. What they got is cutting up. Yeah. What they got is cutting up. Woo. Yeah. Who you know got a flow like this? Tell me who got a flow like God.
What up, world? We are backity back.
Okay.
And back and black as ever.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us for another installment of Cuttin Up Talk and Podcast.
Indeed.
And I'm here with my super team right now.
Hey.
Of course, you already know, to my side, not behind, not in front, not below, but right beside.
Right, Okay. y'all.
The lovely SDOT Lee. How you feeling?
Hey,
As?
feel great. How we doing, world? How we doing?
We're
You have a
excited.
good week, girl?
I had a great week.
That's what's up.
I had a
That's all right to
productive,
hear. Yeah,
great
good,
week.
Productive week.
Good,
Yes.
good. Now, of course, you know we got to bring in the heavy hitters.
Oh, the king
Hey.
on the other
himself.
side of the
Okay,
table.
okay.
The king himself.
We got Mr. Wavyy Jonez in the building.
Ooh, tropical.
Yeah, you know the
Yeah,
vibes.
yeah.
Tropical Papa. The
Tropical
bullshit.
Papa.
Yes.
We in here.
I call him TP.
TP.
I call it. I got to roll the R's. Tropical.
Hey, I like how you do it on
And
it.
of course, last but not least, with the
Yeah.
fake accent, we got Rob
bruh.
Covington.
Pow, pow. Gotcha.
Bro, I've been in Miami. That shit is not fake anymore. What's up,
Nice.
y'all? How we doing?
Hey.
What's up,
How you feeling? How's everybody feeling, man?
Excellent, man.
Good.
Nice.
Having a good day?
Life is treating
Yeah.
us good.
Life is treating you good?
Yeah.
How you feeling?
It's good. Yeah.
The Lord
God is
The
good.
Lord
All
is
the
good.
time.
And all the time.
I
He
know.
is good.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Look, I'm going to drink some
You
coffee.
got to put
Good.
that T on the end. Good.
I know Wavy's feeling good. If you're listening to us on podcast and you can't see us, Wavyy has his grills back
I
in
have my
today.
grills in.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
in superhero mode.
Hey,
Ladies,
How y'all doing?
listen, y'all need to see the grills.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta see the grills. The
Special.
girls
This man-
looking right,
what I'm
Wavy.
saying?
They looking
This
right.
thing
Yo, that just
It
made me want to get a grill.
It made me roll the R in that tropical. I was like,
Tropical.
yeah.
It's all about you, baby.
Uh-oh. Hold up, there go Puerto Rico coming out right there.
Yeah.
That's that Puerto
I was about to
my
like turn
Boricua.
around. Let me see that bike.
Dale.
You
My
know what I'm
Boricua
saying?
brother. Hey.
Dale.
Dale,
Mamita,
papo.
¿Qué pasa,
Hey.
chulita?
Oh,
Hey.
¿qué pasa,
Dale,
papi?
papo, dale.
Okay.
But hey, you know what? I want to jump right into today's topic. Gentlemen.
Uh-oh.
We got
singled
a deep topic today. So
Okay.
SDOT is the only lady,
Hey.
on the
Repping
board
for the
right now.
ladies.
You know what I'm saying? So she's got to hold it down for the ladies. There's
Absolutely.
three of
Sure.
us. So try not to go too heavy, because we don't want S to start swinging too hard.
Go in,
don't
y'all.
swing,
Go
yes,
in.
don't
Yo,
swing.
You know
she
what I
got
mean?
punches, bro.
I believe it. That's a Jersey brick. You know?
Hey, hey.
You don't want that hit.
NJ, stand up.
You don't want
You
that
know?
hit.
Get hit with a mic.
No smoke. No smoke.
Hey,
Just
you
randomly
know.
on camera.
What'd you call it? The mannequin face?
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
want- she hit the mannequin face.
Everything is still.
Everything is still.
Yeah,
Just
we
watch
don't,
out.
We don't want them problems. So if y'all see the mannequin face, that back the fuck down.
I'm just going that way.
Gotcha.
Y'all know what's happening.
I'm going to look at him and be like, what
Like
you
he
do?
did it.
What you do?
We gonna point at each other.
I know.
But last time we were on here, we were talking about politics and stuff in the news and whatnot. We had a
Yeah.
good time. It was very informative and enlightening.
Very
we got to
informative.
share
Yeah, it was
thoughts
for
and
sure.
stuff with each other. So I figured this time, we want to lighten it up a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know how light
Alright.
it will be though, because maybe if it was 4 dudes up here or just us 3, we could talk our shit and not have to worry about what we're saying.
Yeah.
But because we have a woman that's like the caliber of 3 next to us,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to be a little careful.
Nah, I want y'all to listen. It's,
You gotta be a little careful.
it's dope to be able to be in like the men's club, so to speak. So I want y'all to go in because
Oh, we
I'm
about to
so
cut up.
I'm,
Okay,
yeah, I'm
all
so
right,
curious.
all right.
Cut
Oh, yeah.
up.
I'm gonna keep
Well, we
it
hit a
real.
cut up.
I'm
We hit a cut up.
curious.
We're going to go ahead and cut up.
Because I'm like this,
You
like,
already
oh,
know.
really?
Yeah.
It's like real, you know?
You already know. But no, I want to talk about a topic. I was watching. Oh man, I can't remember the name of it. It's this show on Netflix, right? And it's only like 6 episodes. It's weird, but it got me to thinking. It's about these groups in Utah, and they practice polygamy. And so I'm watching this dude, he had 3 wives. No, he had 2 wives. And it was like the weirdest shit in the world because he had 2 wives, but then he was also starting to date this other younger chick because he was considering marrying her and making her his third wife. And so just watching the dynamic of how the other wives, you know, were like, they were all for it, and they were a little jealous at times, but they said, you know, it's a personal thing they had to work on. And I was like,
wow,
damn, he trained
Hold
him
up,
well.
whoa, okay, hold
Yeah,
up.
they were like, it's my fault that I feel bad about this.
wow.
You know what I mean? While he's out on his, they just watching through the window and he's picking her all up.
no.
Man, that makes me feel like I
You
gotta
know.
get my life together. What?
They're like 40 and she's like, you know, 21.
Wow.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
damn.
Yeah. So, you know,
Wow.
I'm,
He
you
living
know,
his best life.
Yeah, I'm just like, I thought I saw pimps in action, but you ain't never seen. Imagine this, right? So I think between the two of the wives that he already had, they had like damn near 20 kids, right?
Oh, wow.
So he's
That's
got
his
That
kid?
just sounds
Yeah.
like a lot of stress.
from both of
that
the
don't even
wives.
sound fun.
But mind you, he's like, so they live on a compound, right?
Okay.
So that they can be away from the rest of the world and not
Yeah.
be bothered and judged and whatnot,
Right,
right?
right.
So this is part of their religion.
Right.
And just to, you know, be fair to them, it is something that's part of their religion that they believe in the afterlife, you're going to be made ruler over your own planet.
Oh,
And so the
you
more kids you
multiply.
have, that's what it's about,
fruitful.
quote
You
unquote.
trying to fill up your planet from this one.
right.
Hey,
Right.
Oh,
to
okay.
each his own.
And
Right?
so,
Okay.
but they teach them this, and the women, they buy it. And so, so the girl, now mind you, this dude he's picking this girl up, he's flirting, they're playing in the pool and all this shit, right? Now, mind you, 20 of his kids are running around. This chick is 21, right? So she sees these kids all over the place, right? And she sees the wives, you know, just having their own little time looking at her through the window and stuff, but being supportive, but low key, you know, they also say they have some jealousy issues that
Right,
they're
right.
working on and stuff. But mind you, so this dude has his two current wives watching him flirt and play with this young chick, and his kids are running all around. He ain't trying to hide them. He ain't lied to her for the first few months. Like, man, I only got like 2 kids. And then when they fell in love, be like, okay, I actually got 17. But, you know, I take care. I keep them clean now. Keep them clean now.
They all good. They all
Keep
good.
it clean though, yeah.
So he doesn't hide any of that. Up front, this is the dope part about it, though. Everything is upfront and honest. Like his wives aren't out of the loop.
Yo, I know dudes
They're
like
giving
that.
him tips. You know, they're telling. One wife told him, she was like, you know, you think you came on a little too strong. Like you started acting outside of your character.
At the 21
Oh
year.
wow.
No, to him. Because
Okay.
there was a time where they had like a little spat and, you know, she was just like unsure if she wanted to go that route, and he was all down about it. And the wife was telling him, like, you messed it up a little bit because you were trying so hard to impress her that you started acting out of your character. She was like, even now she was there.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And she was like, you know, even I was looking
Wow.
at you like, who are you being right now? Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know this dude.
Wow.
You know, he was like, okay. You know, he took and revamped that, and he went back and got her. And I'm like,
Wow.
yeah, I'm like, yo, how?
So hold up, she put
How,
him
bro?
on game to get.
Yes, that's what I'm getting at.
I was totally against it for a second, but
So they clearly they believe in that lifestyle.
Right. And then
Yeah.
there's neighbors and other people that are all part of this community.
Wow.
And they all have, I think there was one that had one wife. And it was funny
Poor dude.
because she was the daughter of the man who started that little ranch for them to be on, right? So she's kind of like, you know, hierarchy there. But she was the one who was like, nah, I don't want no other wives yet. Now, mine, she's like 50, so it's like, it's probably not going to happen for the white
Wow.
people. Yeah. You know it's white people.
Yeah.
But none of these white people, I'm just saying.
that
like,
story does not go like that.
As soon as I heard that homegirl put him up on game, I was like, oh.
yeah. and it's not to say anything negative about white people, but we know sisters ain't playing that.
It ain't gonna go like
she'll
that.
cut you and her.
They need
You know what
to,
I mean? So
It's gonna
So-
get bad real quick.
So, you know, so we got to lie instead.
yeah.
No. Okay, I thought mannequin face.
Ladies, listen up.
Hold on, the mannequin face. Half her face shut down.
Ladies, listen up.
I was worried. I thought she had a stroke. Half her face
Oh,
just
no,
shut down.
no. I wanted to be real still, so keep talking. I'm like,
Let's
okay.
just ever see where this shit is going. Yeah, you heard her voice get deeper and everything. She's like, you know, hey, how you doing today? You know, lady asked. She's like, oh, I'm doing good. You know, I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Jersey, nigga. And then, and then
so funny.
that question was like, nah, I'm waiting to see where he's going with this. I gotta see where this goes.
Wait. What happened to that deep?
If your face, yeah, I was gonna say if your voice changed like that, I gotta get up. I gotta get up.
Nah, I don't think it was that deep.
Hey, shut up.
it was intense, you know. It was intense.
That
Real-
is, listen, I'm so weak over here. That is so funny. I'm tearing up.
She's
That's
like-
funny.
She's like, nah, Rob, hold up. Let's see where this motherfucker's going with this.
Yo, dead ass, her
You see
voice
her
drop
pick the
like that.
pen?
I'm gonna do just like this.
You see her
Sit
pick the
back.
pen up though? Like, she didn't write nothing. She just picked up a sharp object. You know what I mean?
Like this. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
what?
what you trying to say?
Yeah, see,
That is
I felt the
funny.
side eye. That's why I was like,
Oh, man,
It
that's
happened.
funny.
It happened. I can look right
Y'all
at it,
have
so I
me
can tell you it's
cracking up.
happening.
But so we're cutting up already. But the main thing I want to know you guys, because you guys, your minds are different, man. You know what I mean? And so probably the only sane person at this table is SDOT.
Yeah.
And
Actually,
the
I
three
can
of
give
us.
you-
I'll take
it's-
that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And so, that's barely holding on to be over here with us. You know what I mean? So-
One more week.
You know, I
that'll be
drift
gone.
in and out
One
sometimes.
more
So
week,
I
that'll
know,
be
I know
gone.
you guys
Sanity
all
gone.
have like just really great perspectives on life and just different things. So I know I'm gonna hear some wild shit. But here's the only thing that I ask. Okay, I just ask that you be 1,000% honest. All right, don't be trying to front because your mama gonna be listening or something like that.
Why you
Now,
look at
just-
me when you
now
said
just because
that,
you
man?
believe in something doesn't mean there's a difference. It doesn't
Yeah.
mean you could believe in something or like the idea of something, but
Yeah.
doesn't mean you live your life that way.
Yeah.
So you can I'll let you clarify that on your own. But
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
saying don't hold back.
Okay.
Like share
Okay.
your real thoughts.
Oh, this is about to
You
get
know?
good. This
Oh,
about
I
to be
can't.
special.
This is awesome. Let's
Yeah.
go.
You
Go
too.
ahead, y'all. Somebody
you
start.
too, Lady
All
S.
right,
Okay, I'm
What's
with
up,
it.
Lady
I'm
S?
with it.
Yeah, you already put your foot out there. Go on.
Yeah.
No. Listen, this is the first time ladies don't gotta go first. Please, Wavy.
So
my God.
Wavy.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're
comes that
gonna
butt.
start at Wavy. We're
Nice.
gonna go all the way around.
There we go.
And we'll start off light. Just your initial thoughts about monogamy. Period.
Oh, hold on. He just said
And
that
what do you
and-
believe in?
And then
set
we're
up
gonna
straight.
get experimental with
Yeah.
some of our crazier thoughts that we probably
Okay.
shouldn't share, but will today with
Yeah.
our
All my
audience.
thoughts are pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, I know you're
I'm
the
gonna
wild
be honest
card,
with you.
Rob. We're gonna put wild card
Yeah.
under Rob. 'cause
Okay.
All my shit is crazy.
It ain't no telling what the hell's gonna come out of your mouth. So
Yeah, it's very true.
yeah,
I'm gonna be real with you.
you're probably the most interesting one that I'm looking forward to hearing what the hell
I
you're
wanna
about
hear
to
him
get
first
stabbed
then.
over.
I want to hear him first now.
Yeah, nah. So Wavy, what's your thoughts on monogamy,
Tropical
brother?
I love it. I love it, man.
That's tropical pop, but
love
like
it.
that doesn't sound like a monogamous kind of guy.
It really doesn't,
Nah.
but we could be wrong.
I like that, man. Like a house is full of women just for me. Like
Just dove right in there.
I love it. Like I'm not gonna.
You walk,
test the waters at all.
you walked around the pool. You looked at the 3 foot and was like, "Nah, I'm gonna go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna dive right on
I
in."
like that. I like it. I mean, I don't know. It's just
So
something
you want
about that.
you want a harem?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So
What
he wants
the
a
hell does that
polygamous. You like polygamy.
A harem,
Yeah,
a bunch
I
of
want-
girls.
I want a house.
You
full
got
of-
concubines and wives. That's what a harem is.
I
Yeah,
don't know these
that's
words
a whole
y'all
bunch.
using.
That's a whole bunch.
So is this
Concubine,
is
you
this-
don't have to marry.
So is this what you want to do?
Is this a fantasy or a goal?
Oh no, I'm gonna do it.
Oh,
I can see
Okay,
that.
I'm
I
gonna
can
do it.
see that.
I don't
Wade
know,
is getting
just-
to the money.
It's just it's something about that. Like
You gonna become a Mormon?
no, I'm not gonna
That
become a
was
woman, man. I'm just gonna I want a house like. If I can do that, that way it won't be he's cheating or nothing like that. But I love women. I love
Yeah,
women. It's like, and I tell some of them sometimes like I love you, but I love her too. So it's like you know what I mean. It's something about women.
K.
Like
Michelle
this
said
power.
they think I love them, but I love them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you. Of course I love you. I love all y'all.
Of course I love you. I love all
I
y'all.
love you. I love all y'all.
Girls.
There's just something about that. And then we can have kids and they'll just have a bunch of siblings
Oh,
and
you
a
want
bunch
to
of
have
mothers.
kids and all that? What
Oh,
like,
snap.
Beautiful,
Oh,
man.
so you want your own like ranch or something?
I
like
need a
that,
ranch.
where
I need a
you-
ranch.
How many
Okay.
women? Like, how many
Alright.
women is your goal? What's too much?
What's too much?
Okay,
What
see
is
now
too
you got to talk about types now. If you're gonna talk about too much, because you got to talk about like types, because you got to have one that's this type.
I
that
don't
type.
discriminate.
My man,
I
all
don't
right.
discriminate.
Yeah,
You see my voice got deeper when I said that.
Yeah.
I don't discriminate.
So you're honest
So
to
it's-
everyone that you date, though.
That's his
yeah.
lust voice.
Yeah, I am.
Okay,
I feel
'cause
like I have to be because it's like
That's key.
everybody is looking for different things, and people may shout out like I ain't messing with him, but it's like I just that's something I want. I wouldn't
in your
mind
truth.
having that, but I would be comfortable with one woman. But at the same time, if I can go ahead and have them all, like, I'm not gonna run away from that. You know.
Wait, did
So-
you hear his voice? He's like, I'd be comfortable.
I mean,
That is so funny.
I'll make it work.
I
I'll
mean,
make
that's
it
just
work.
being honest. Rob, you wouldn't be like that. Like, how you feel about it?
Absolutely not. No, I'm
Okay.
completely against
Okay.
it. Why? Very
Right.
simple. I've lived with multiple women. You can say you're gonna like that shit.
Okay, this is an interesting
but
perspective.
let me explain to you. Not too long ago, I had 2 roommates. Moved into the house. It was me, one other guy, 2 girls. The day I moved in, one of the girls called the cops on the one that owns that is the landlord. Let me explain something to you about being in the house. Let me explain something to you about being in the house with one woman that's angry with the other woman. So here's the problem. I walk out to the kitchen. I want to say hey to this one, but if I say hey to this one's gonna be pissed off later. So I can't say hey nothing to her either because that one's gonna be pissed off at you. Yeah. So now I want you to imagine this is your wife and your kids is running around at the same time, and there's 15 of them. So what you're not taking in is the stress of having to go. I can't talk to her. Why? Because she's gonna be pissed off. Oh damn, her birthday's next week. Her birthday's the same day. They can't stand each other, and we got a cookout. I want you to imagine that cookout, and you try to sit there and enjoy your beer and look at her and go, well, I can't talk to her, but if I don't talk to her, then she's going to kill me later. If I do talk to her, see, you're not taking in all the factors.
She got to leave the house with that energy, though. She can't be in the house with that type of energy.
So you're saying you would show her the door for a while?
Yeah, like Dame Dash said, your energy is not good. You go outside and come back.
Hey,
better.
If you can make that
Carry
work,
on.
if you can make that work, I'm all down for it.
Yeah.
In that case,
No, I feel you, though.
I'm of the opinion, in that case, you can be King Solomon. You can have as many as you can afford.
How many did he have again?
700.
700, yeah.
Hold up, but you got to remember, if you read back, he had 700, and he got tired of his concubines, which he had 300 of. So he rolled them out on boats and threw them over the side, so he can refill his harem with all new girls.
Oh, he
only married the ones.
No, that's a savage.
Yeah, he only married.
Move.
Yeah, look, he only married the ones. And the only reason why he would marry them is for governmental reasons.
Yeah, he said
like Sheba. He slept with Sheba, and the story behind how he slept with Sheba is the most pimp shit I've ever heard in my whole life. I love this story. It's the best story on earth. Like,
what do you say?
Okay, so I got to tell you this
He
story.
said,
This
since
is
you asked.
because
He was waiting for that.
this is
Trying to find the secret.
because it's straight G. It's straight G. All right.
He dropped the bait.
So
he was like, take it. And Wavyy was like,
Tell me more. Tell me more.
This is the first pimp. So Sheba comes way from Africa, the northern part, to meet Solomon, because everybody's talking about his wisdom. His wisdom is great and all this different stuff. She comes in and she passes out because she sees a man she thinks is Solomon, but it's his servant, and he's dressed in so much finery. She's like, oh my God, it passes out. He's like, yo, go put it in my room.
Wow.
She wakes up and she's studying for him for months and stuff like that, and she comes to him. She's known as the Virgin Queen. She comes to him and says, look, I'll come and study from you, and I want to learn everything, but you got to promise you won't try to take my virginity. And he's like, cool, but what I won't promise is you can't give it to me, and you have to make me a promise that you won't touch nothing in my house and take it without asking me first. Like a black woman, she goes off. She goes off because you got like, if I told you don't touch nothing in my house and steal it, you gonna be like, hold up, steal from your house?
What are you
trying to see that face right there?
Like, what are you trying to say?
So she gets hot. She's like, hold up, first of all, you still ain't gonna steal that. He's like, look, just promise me. She was like, oh, I'll promise it. Cool. And of course, I'm paraphrasing. So that night he goes to his cook and he says, look, man, I want you to cook the saltiest meal you can. I want you to cook as much salt, put all that stuff in it, and make it salty and spicy. And the dude is like, okay. And then I want you to clear the castle. Clear her servants, my servants, everybody. But I want you to put one thing of water outside of my room, at one fountain, clear everything else. So she starts eating. She's going in. Meal is good. She calls for her servants. No answer. Calls again for her servants. No answer. Goes down the hall. Thirsty as hell, trying to find something. She finds a fountain right outside his room. Wow. Now it's water, so she ain't thinking nothing of it. She's thinking it's whatever. She walks over and she scoops up the water and drinks it. When she looks up, guess who's standing in the doorway going, you said you wouldn't touch nothing in my house. Wow. She had to give him her virginity, and that's how the next king of Ethiopia was born.
You said it's King Solomon?
King Solomon.
Well, he better go read the Bible now.
Yeah.
My grandmother gave me that middle name.
Solomon.
Uh-oh.
So it seems like it's meant to be.
Apparently,
It seems like it's meant to be, G.
It's in the blood.
He back, listen, whatever woman he was thinking of, because his eyes just lit up, he gonna call you as soon as this is done. Like, hey, listen, I'm gonna need you to come to the crib and don't take nothing
But I thought that
out.
was the most. I thought that was the most pimp shit I've
Let's make
ever
it
heard,
fact right
man.
now.
But that was a great
That is
great
dope.
story and all that good
Yeah.
stuff. But you kind of it was avoidance in my opinion. Like
What?
you still didn't
He
say
freestyled.
what
Oh.
you
He
believe.
freestyled
Oh
around.
no, I got you.
And
Very easy.
monogamy or
No, he
you
said he
know,
doesn't. He
No,
doesn't
no.
believe in. He believes
I don't
in
believe
monogamy.
in monogamy because I feel like it would be much more stressful than you actually think. See, everything sounds good until
Monogamy?
you got the. Well, no.
You guys are saying this
Oh,
backwards.
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
They're
polygamy.
saying it
You're talking about
backwards.
polygamy.
Right.
Like everything sounds good until you actually do it. And you don't realize all the extra stress that has to come with dealing with every one of your girls being pregnant, possibly at the same time.
So you
and
think
all that
it's
extra stuff.
stress based though?
Oh yeah,
So
that's
let's-
it. Yeah,
so
yeah.
let's take.
I'm thinking about reality.
there are women, like I said, I was seeing on that show. You know, from the groups, they got along just fine. There wasn't that kind of stress and whatnot. So what about if you meet those kind
A
of women?
harmonious household.
Oh man, then
You know what I
about
mean?
15. About 15, well, yeah.
Oh, damn,
I need
so
me a
you-
Spanish.
you go 15 too?
I need 2 black women.
He turned so quick
I need
too.
that.
He's like,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
yeah,
You
shit.
thought about
I believe in it now.
Hey, if you alleviate stress,
Don't
hey,
give
I'm
me
down.
2. Give me 15.
You alleviate stress, I'm down. Hey, that works.
All right, let's
That's
move on
funny.
to the lady of the
I was
house.
about to say,
Oh, yeah, I
feel
gotta
you,
hear
but
it.
I want to hear what
Oh, you gotta hear
say.
this.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
dying to hear what I gotta say.
Look how
Yeah.
excited he got.
I'm dying. to hear
He's
what
like,
you gotta
give me
say.
hope, SDOT. Give me hope.
Somebody gotta feel this.
What you gotta say, SDOT?
No, you can be my August Alsina.
Oh, bomb.
That's
We'll talk about that another
crazy.
time.
Yeah.
Just throw that out there. So one of my prior relationships, you know, I was in an open relationship where, you know, I dated more than one man at the same time, and it was super dope to be. So we all know I'm on the hunt now for 2 husbands.
Okay.
Oh.
And as long as
Y'all gotta love our producer.
y'all can't see what's happening right now, but the producer came from the back like, oh, for real. I've never seen so many sets of eyes glow before.
Every dude
There was
did
8.
that.
There's like 6 here right now. Like, really, girl. No, okay. So one, I'm joking. But I haven't dated more than one guy at the same time. But I haven't.
Cause I was
joking,
sure
I was
what you were
joking.
doing. My name Rob
But
Covington.
I will say this. So it's funny because I am very much a lover, and I love love. I love being in love.
Yeah,
I love giving all of myself.
What's your
Like
sign?
I'm a Virgo.
Oh yeah, Virgo.
I'm a
That's
Virgo.
right.
What you trying to say?
Virgo.
I mean, that was like no, like Virgo the shit. What you mean? Virgo was supposed to be like, ooh, Virgo.
It wasn't a negative. It was like, oh, Virgo.
Yeah, Virgo.
Virgos are probably the most full of love sign.
We really are.
it is.
Yeah, we're like, and we are the most loyal.
But it's like Virgos.
We are. I mean,
Virgos
I'm
are
talking
super
about
full
we
of love.
solid.
See, I gotta
man.
read more about. Like,
But it's like a mousetrap. You know, you put the cheese right there. And you got to have the cheese. Everybody needs the cheese.
Gotta have the
everybody
cheese.
need a cheese.
Till that bar comes.
Oh
Yeah.
no,
Like, oh, Virgo.
We
Yeah.
we know what we want. You know. So I don't know. My views have changed a little bit now.
to what,
You know what
though?
I'm saying? Okay, so
Uh-oh.
I am very much okay.
Nothing but the truth.
I've never been one of those like
So
growing
help
up. I
you
never
God.
was like, oh, on my wedding day. I never even thought about being married. I've been totally opposite. I'm like, oh, he think he gonna get me. Then I don't know where that came from. It was like not that I was scared of commitment because every relationship I've had has been like a long, beautiful relationship. But I've had very few, but the ones I've had were long relationships. You know, in which it's like, this is my man. I'm not a cheater, so I don't like stepping out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just all for, I'm all for this person when I make that decision. But I never really thought about like marriage and stuff like that. So now,
no dreams about the white dress and
Never.
all that other stuff.
none of that.
You just want to be
None
loyal.
of that.
You don't want the marriage. Though.
No, so I'm in a place now where I'm like, you know what? I definitely do want the marriage, right? What y'all looking at? I said, y'all better stop cutting
My
up.
cousin back there excited.
Yeah, he's like, oh, shit, you don't want to be married? My girl. Oh, girl, I've been watching you,
Like,
girl.
can you fry
Okay, no.
chicken?
That's when that's when you introduce yourself again. Hey, how you doing? I'm Rob Covington.
Like,
Yeah.
you
No,
like
but I
cheesecake?
do. I want that. But my thing is, I always think to myself, like, because I feel like there's a double standard. Like, I've had this thought, could I have more than one guy? And I probably could, especially if they was okay with it. If a dude can do it, why can't a woman?
But then
I
you'd be
think
a-
I would be.
You'd be a thought.
Why?
I don't make the rules.
Would I? So okay,
Let's
wait.
admit,
So
I was not ready.
Wait, look, I was serious. Like, let's talk about this. If a dude, right? So like, it's okay for a man to say, I want to have all these multiple women.
He's just
Right?
he's
Yo.
just indecisive. Yeah.
I want to have all this. I like how you go hard for the men. So I'm gonna go hard for the ladies. If there's a woman that's like, you know what? Like, let's say I'm dating all three of you. Let's just say this, right?
they have me. Yeah,
let's just say
I'm your favorite,
gotta
right?
pick one.
Let's just say I'm wait,
sound like
let's just
top behavior
say,
to me.
and we all, and I'm like, I can't, like, I love all of them. Like, this one, he's the one that's super romantic to me. He gives me
he
the
gotta be
flowers
romantic?
and does all this.
Yeah.
This
Break
one is the
dance and
one that
shit.
I'm like, he gonna go in for, he feeds my mind.
Yeah,
he does something for my mental. You're the one I know I can come to with anything, and you're gonna have my back. You're my loyal. So everybody's bringing me something.
You gotta be all that.
That's making me that completes me.
I got
Why
dreads.
can't
I look
I be
loyal.
in a space where I'm like, you know what? I don't want to give up anybody.
No, but you can't. You have a right to be a thought.
Yeah.
Like that's
Why
the
you
thing
gotta
about
Hold
consider
it.
it a thought?
but my uncle's
Why would that be a thought?
My uncle said it best to me.
That is
My uncle said it best.
Y'all not
Nah, my
No,
uncle said it
no.
best. My uncle said, all right, so if you looked in the sink and you saw
Yeah.
a dirty cup or a dirty fork, which one would you rather use?
You want a clean one.
Yeah, but if you only could choose from a dirty cup or a dirty fork, which one would you rather use? He said the fork you can wipe off. Cup is hard to clean out if it ain't clean. And it messed up my whole life when he said
you
that
feel
jump.
me?
I was
Yo.
I
like,
went over my head.
So the cup.
the cup as opposed to a
Look,
fork.
listen.
You can wipe
Why
that
was I
shit
sitting
off.
here like, what?
Yeah, you
And then
clean
when he
that
said
shit
go, I
up.
was like,
Facts, yeah.
well, maybe that's why I've always been a one person. But anyway.
There you go,
I
girl.
applaud
So here's
that.
my
I
thing.
applaud that though.
Yeah, I really have. So
Yeah.
my thing is now I'm in a space where I definitely believe in love, and I believe in like the right connection, right?
Yeah.
And when you have that right connection, when you're really with the right one, they bring out qualities in you that's so bomb, and you guys can, and when it's really right, you guys build each other up, and like you should be a better version of yourself, right?
Nice.
Yeah, like really, you know what I'm saying? And iron sharpens iron, so it should really be that, and then the possibilities are just endless. So I believe in that.
Yeah.
So when it's that, I want to marry that, and I want to grow with one person. Like I would not be able to see my man with another woman. I'm not that I'm territorial, but I'm very like, nah, that's because I don't believe in like possessiveness. Like that's mine.
Right.
Nobody's yours. Like I honor
It's a very
everything I have with
interesting
people.
perspective. Like,
Yeah,
a
like
lot of people
listen,
don't get that. Yeah.
I
Glad
tell
you
my
said
guy, I'm like, listen, I honor what we have, but in the event of, I will honor your absence as well. And I don't mean it in like, in a
No,
funny
but I love
way.
it. I love
but
how
I
you
really
said
would, and I'll thank him. Listen, thank you for our time. I honor that. Like if we decided it doesn't work out, I'm not gonna be like, that's
No.
my man. This is not. He doesn't owe me nothing.
Yo,
Yeah.
I've used
that.
them
Yeah,
same
you know what I'm saying?
lines.
Like, what? This is, I mean this though. Like, I feel like it's a, not, I don't want to say privilege, but it's a privilege to rock with me on that level. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly. I used that one too.
Really?
Go
Like,
Go ahead. Go
it
ahead.
is though.
Hey, yo, when you
And-
feel it that
and-
deep, though, it's some pimp shit.
Right. No, but it's the
for
truth.
real.
And like even for listen, I would tell somebody else and they're like, oh, you got you a good one. I'm like, nah, I got me a good one. It's a
Bars.
privilege for him to deal with me me
She's
to
so
deal with
lyrical.
him.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean it. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
she's so
saying?
lyrical.
So
It's
it's like
crazy.
on that note, I would rather just be with one person and give that all to that
You
one
don't
person.
I
get
get
bored
that.
though.
Well,
You don't get bored.
I think in the past maybe I have or
Gotten
like
bored in a relationship.
yeah, like or gotten, but I'm so real. Like I will tell someone. Like I've had a conversation so deep that I was like, I will cheat on you. Like
Damn.
because not that I wanted
damn.
to, but because I knew that something wasn't being fulfilled. And I was like, before I take it there,
Yeah.
I want us to be this real with each other. I would rather a man come to me and be like, babe, I'm gonna be real with you. I've been talking about this for months. I'm about to step out. give me that opportunity.
No,
so
no.
I
Fellas,
yes.
don't listen to that,
But
fellas.
no, fellas,
you
listen.
fuck
I've only known one person
Here's
that
the
got
thing.
away with it. Though.
No, listen,
he was
people.
perfectly
This is
honest.
the problem with people, right?
no.
No, seriously, because this is the problem. This is what I appreciated about what you said, though, Wavyy.
Yeah.
The first thing he said was, "Listen, I even tell girls like, yo, I love you, but I love her too."
I love all y'all.
That's
yeah.
the key.
I
Like,
love
you
women,
first of all, you got to know yourself enough.
Nah, young buck, I'm gonna school you.
Nah, don't you listen to him. You got to know yourself enough, and then you got to be real, not only with yourself, but with others. And I feel like people don't have those real conversations with themselves or with other people.
I feel you.
Like, we meet everybody and we give them our representative. You know, it's like,
yeah.
like I meet somebody
That's
and I'm going to
facts.
be, yeah,
That's
I'm going to be like,
facts.
Prissy,
Yeah.
son, like, oh, how you doing?
We're not really
Hold
outside.
on,
No.
hold on. I like how your voice with
let me
us.
give-
For real, that's, you know?
Yeah, so let me give you an example. So like Halloween, right? You remember when you put on that costume for your music video, Zombieland?
Yeah.
Right?
I saw that
wasn't
video, by the
Wavyy
way.
Jonez, right? But let's make two Wavyy Jonez. One just in your regular get up, we can see
Yeah.
your face, we know it's you,
Right.
right? And then Wavyy Jonez number 2. Same Wavyy Jonez, just now in a costume, right?
Yeah.
If I stab this Wavyy Jonez on the left, what's gonna come out?
Blood, I hope.
If I stab the other Wavyy Jonez in his costume, what's gonna come out?
Both blood. Yeah.
Blood. It's gonna be the same. You can run tests on it. It'll be the same exact blood, right?
Yeah.
So no matter what you're wearing, it's still real in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just gotta give real. You just gotta wrap that shit in something else.
No.
But let
Y'all
let
don't
the base
listen to
core
this
be
man.
real.
No, okay.
No.
Okay, with that
Just
being
be-
said,
just be
I
your
gotta
own-
ask you that question. Where do you
Right.
stand with it?
Right.
Where do I stand with
Oh,
it?
Yes,
I'm ready
where
for
do you-
gangsta
Oh yeah,
Where
ass.
do you
no, because
stand?
this is
Huh?
because I've known him all my life, man, and this
I
should
can't
be
wait
good.
to hear
I'm waiting to
this.
hear this.
Me
Oh,
too.
no, you know what I'm
Stable.
saying?
And we-
Good, though.
And we're
Yeah,
being
no.
1,000%
not
real.
censor.
What's this about?
What's that? You said I better not say what?
You better not censor at all.
You said
Yeah, don't censor.
Don't
Don't
censor
censor.
yourself. Don't censor yourself. Yeah.
No. God put hoes here for us. You know what I'm saying? No,
God
I'm just
put
kidding.
what?
Damn. My brain was like, no.
Wait.
Back
What
up
was
slowly. Back up slowly.
Did you see Wavy's face?
Wait, why everybody look at me like, yo, he tripping?
Because
was
everybody was
that-
waiting for
No.
that face.
Yeah.
That was that mom just came in the room with the belt face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know you fucked
No.
up. Right?
Listen, he did it so quick, it took me a second to catch up. I'm like, oh, shit.
You know
I
when
felt like
when your-
Matrix. Not like this.
You know when your
Not like
sibling
this.
finally make that try to do that power move on mom,
Yeah.
but you didn't do it, but you looking like
That ain't it.
say
Shouldn't have done that.
you clean that room up. I thought I told you shut up, mom.
That
And
is
you just sitting
funny.
over there like R.I.P.
It's over.
R.I.P.
It's over.
That was selfish, man. I ain't gonna have no brother, man. What about me? What about me?
You need to think it through.
But no, on some real shit. It's cutting us. You know we got to cut up.
Yeah.
But you know, on some real shit. No, I mean, I definitely don't think all women are hoes. I think there's a lot of hoes and there's a lot of women.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
There you go. Yeah.
And so
I
there
agree with
is a
that.
difference. You know what I mean? Just like
Absolutely.
there's ain't shit dudes and there are
Absolutely.
men. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So for us to pretend that there's no difference there is unrealistic.
Big difference.
Agreed.
Right? Yeah.
Agreed.
And so, and you got to just determine, you know, what's your type, what you like to, you know, you
Yeah,
like women, you like hoes. So I think for me,
I love them all. Good.
Right though.
Don't judge me, man. Don't
No, I'm not judging, but I'm kind of agreeing. God dang.
for me, just, you know, as a man, I can see it as fun. Like if I had a harem of hoes, you know what I mean? For a limited amount of time. Like, you know, I'm going to do
Gotcha.
this for 3 years or 4 years or until I feel like doing something real. Because to me, that won't feel real. That'll feel like fun. You know what I mean? And so it's like, you know, that's me just exploring my lust or letting it all out. But I'll always know in the back of my mind, like, this ain't going to be a forever type of situation. You know what I'm saying? Because of, you know, multiple different things, like, you know, what you were talking about. Yeah, everything's fun. Like when you watch movies and shit, you know, like
It
when you
sounds
see
good.
love scenes in movies, that shit looks, you know, just sexy and romantic. But then when you see the reality of it, it's really not like that.
The
It's
devil's in the
awkward.
details.
There's lighting you didn't see before they did post and recolorized it and changed the light.
And there's
You
40
see the
people
finished
standing in the
product,
room.
right? It's uncomfortable. Or even in real life, you be watching some sex scenes like sex don't happen like that.
Nope.
Yeah.
It don't happen like come on, man. You would have fell, bust your ass. Sometimes
Yeah.
you can't get the draws off the ankle fast enough.
That is so
You know what I'm
funny.
saying? All of that stuff. You
Yeah.
get a pube hair in your tooth. Like, damn, babe.
You get
You know what?
You get a cramp. You get a cramp in your back. And you try to straighten out your leg at the same time.
Yeah. You try to keep stroking with that leg.
Yeah, and you got to straighten out your leg off the bed trying to figure it out.
We'll be back after this.
Jonathan, if you want to sponsor us.
Y'all see my cheeks getting red?
Man, everybody done had that
Got
cramp.
me over
though.
here blushing.
Hey, y'all good. Y'all
That cramp is real.
Y'all don't know about the leg cramp.
Oh, that leg cramp. That leg cramp will mess up your whole
You know
mindset.
what? Oh my God.
See, y'all don't realize his little secret, ladies.
Okay.
When
Tell us a
you
secret.
look up, I know if you're listening to us on podcast, you can't see it, so I'll try to make enough sound effect for you to get the context
Not
of
the
it.
sound
Yo,
effect.
this
But-
is about to get good.
But see,
Sound effects.
we men sometimes we go too hard, and especially when our woman is feeling us, and it's just like
And it's-
explosive. It's great. You feel like you the man. You turn
Yeah,
to
on
Superman.
top of the world. Yeah,
But
yeah.
then your thigh want to remind you to sit your ass down because you're not Superman.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you like, I'm killing.
I gotta keep
can't
going.
stop.
Right.
I made a
Superman
record today.
right now.
Today's a record.
So then you just if you might catch them because it usually happens when your woman's not looking at you, and so you might if you could just turn in the right moment. I don't know whatever position you're in, if you could turn in
Just
the
get
right
a mirror
moment
and do this.
and catch his ass when that cramp happens because
Yeah.
this is us behind you.
That's so funny.
is real,
Listen,
though.
that's
Now,
hilarious.
your brain is saying stop, fool. Just but then the other parts of you are like.
I got
Screw
it.
that leg.
I got it. Don't worry about
yeah,
it.
That
Don't
is
worry about
so
the leg.
funny.
So
That
you
is
sit there
hilarious to
massaging
me.
your leg while you trying to keep going. You know what I mean?
And you try to kick your leg off the bed so you can get it straight.
You guys are just enlightening me. This is just so awesome.
Hoping
Like,
your
I'm
girl
just-
don't turn around.
That
like,
is so
what are you
funny.
doing?
Why is your foot on the floor?
So
But no, but then on the flip side, I think to me there's just it's just something special when there are some women that you'll meet and it's very rare, and I think you'll come across it one day, Wave and Rob.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I love y'all.
we'll pray about it. We'll pray about it.
I'm glad.
But there's something about a woman that you'll meet, and like I said, it's rare. You'll meet good women. You'll
Absolutely,
meet dope
yeah.
chicks.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll meet fly hoes. You'll meet all of that, right?
Yeah.
But then there's like this rare 1 in 100 that you'll come across that she just is imbued with the power of 100 of those women.
Oh, those women. I
and
agree.
you just
Totally.
Yo,
I agree.
Right.
I was gonna come back and say that too.
Where
Yeah.
she make you not want no one else.
Ooh.
Like she
She's
don't
a
even have
gem.
to ask
She's a
you
gem.
to be
She's
right.
rare.
Right, that's the diamond.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of ladies don't understand with monogamy is and I'm not speaking for all women or anything like that, but I'm just speaking from a man's perspective.
Yeah.
That one thing a lot of women miss or have not understood or learned yet is that if a man, first of all, you have to understand this dynamic, and a lot of women, I've had these conversations and they're like, man, that's bullshit. But men and women operate differently for the most part. There's some women who operate like men or whatever,
Yeah.
but we're talking majorities right now.
Fuck with them, yeah.
And so, but men, most women, their sexuality is also connected to their emotionality. Where men, our sexuality and our emotion is separate.
That is so true.
So we can go screw 10 women, and that's really just play. And that's why you see, anytime you ever caught a man cheating, like not, walked in on him, but you just found out, you knew it, he was cheating, and you confronted him with it. This is why, this is another thing women don't understand. That stupid ass face we make when you bring it up to us, or we caught, and you be like, so who's so-and-so? And we like, who?
Right. Right.
Took 5 minutes to say who. Like you know who I'm
talking about.
We both know you.
I
know
just
who
say
I'm
her
talking
first and
about.
last
Right.
name.
Right. Right. So you live at this address. That address right there.
Sharika Wayne.
So that stupid face is because we have no preparation for what the emotional side of that is. Because when we did it, most times it was not emotion involved. It was just physical pleasure. We're monsters, man. We're animals.
We are beasts.
Speak for yourself.
And so
Stop.
Ain't no animal over here.
we can love our lady and then be with her a certain way, but then on the flip side, go be a monster to some other chicks who like to be monstered out and just treated any kind of way.
I think that's what freaks me out. That freaks me out.
That's the problem, though.
Like, it freaks me out. That's probably why, maybe that's why I've never been married, or why I've always been like, nah, He getting too close. Snip, snip.
So you don't like when they get too close to you?
Well, now I'm different. Now
Okay.
I'm open to it, you know. And not only that though, my spirit speaks to me so much. I can read through somebody so quick. I could feel the shift.
Yeah.
You know, like if a dude cheated on me now, I would feel it. I would know.
Yeah.
I would know as soon as he came back around me. I'm like, something ain't right. And I would just sit back and watch.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I think that's what I like about getting older, though.
Really?
At this point, as getting older, I don't think I would lie
I
to
feel
you.
that energy.
Like, there's no reason to lie to you. I feel one of my favorite people said, you only lie about things that you fear.
Yeah.
Right.
And since I don't have a reason to be scared of you, I ain't got no reason to lie to
See,
you.
that's the thing. Just walk in your truth.
Yeah, just,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just walk in your truth.
Yeah, I think honestly, the thing about it is, man, is just because I mean, I don't know about you guys, Tropical Papa, and I know you got cheater vibes, but
you know what's funny? I would doubt he would be a cheater.
I've never been in a relationship.
He don't seem like
though.
what?
Never?
Never.
You never been in a
Never.
relationship.
So
So you never
but his
committed to one
ex-girlfriends
person.
weren't.
never committed. Commitment is my problem, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but
Commitment is
Okay.
my problem.
TP, to
I
be
get
honest,
that.
like you're young, bro.
Yeah.
Like you're so young. I think the dumbest
That's a
thing
good
for a
thing,
lot of
though,
people
bro,
to do
that
is to
when you
jump
young.
right in something at 20 and even up to 25. If you don't know yourself completely,
Yeah.
and even if it goes beyond 25, if you don't know yourself completely, and when I say know yourself completely, meaning you've learned yourself so much that you know exactly what you need,
Right.
not just what you want.
Yeah.
That's real.
But you know
That's real.
exactly
It
what
really
you need.
is.
And then that way you're able to attract the kind of woman that can provide what you need and what you want. The problem with a lot of men is we go for what we want and don't get what we need.
Yeah.
Or we get with somebody
you
where we
gotta get
get
that
what
balance.
we
Right
need.
there,
So-
yeah.
We get what
It's
we
a word right
need,
there.
but then she don't have what we want.
So I gotta ask a question. So this is one of my biggest things. I always think about the future. Like I never look at a girl and go, what I need or what I want. I always go, okay, well, this is what I like now. This is what I need now. But in the end of all be all, if I imagine my dream future, does she fit? Will she still be the apple of my eyes when I hit every dream and every, and so like, how do you deal with that?
This table.
Does she fit? Again, it goes back to knowing yourself.
Yeah,
Because you can't do the work to know what you want from a woman if you don't even hardly know yourself. Or if something's missing that you don't, because you might not even know something's missing.
Yeah.
But if you're not having luck, this is the way you know. If you're not having luck in the love department, then you're missing something. Because there's women out there who are doing the same thing you are. They're looking for somebody who can provide what they want and what they need.
Facts.
And so if you're not that, then you're going to constantly clash. Or it'll go good for a minute, and you're like, why does this shit go left? Well, I was kind of feeling her, and then all of a sudden I'm not. And this is crazy. Or if you have sex with her a couple times, and then you're just like, so you got what you wanted, but you weren't getting what you needed.
That's
You
deep,
know what I'm
bro.
saying?
That's deep. I like it.
So,
This brother is getting deep today.
That's good.
Real.
no, this is
It's real,
I've
yeah.
been around, you know what I'm saying? I've seen it all, done it all. You get out
You
and lay
know
down.
what?
You can't swim, you bound to drizzle out. You know what I'm
Oh my God. You know what? Y'all about to smack the back of his neck twice. That's two. That's two. That's when you got to take the back of the neck. Like, give me that. Give me that. That's two.
So, but no, and I'm sure Lady S can even add more to that. But it's seriously, and this is just from my own, because I went through that phase right there. I was like, I'm in especially my early 20s. I was like, I ain't never get married. I don't want no families, and I just want to get
said
money,
all of this,
ball, and get hoes,
Yeah.
and ship
I ain't
them
say
out
that.
to get
Yeah.
my new
You
one.
didn't say
You know what I mean?
that. I like how you do that.
I don't chasing my replacement like that was me.
I did that. I did that.
And then there's only so much chasing the replacement you could do.
That's
you know what
a
I'm
fact.
saying?
Right.
'Cause it gets
And-
boring too.
Right. Well,
it-
as the other thing is, as you get older, things in life, because when you're younger, shit is so surface.
Right.
It's supposed to be. You're still learning.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I
right.
mean? And so you're still learning, and some people learn slower than others. Some people learn faster than others. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's elements. Like I told this to this chick one time, and she just couldn't get it. Ooh, excuse me. That coffee got me burping.
Yeah.
She just,
I was about to snipe you real
wanna-
quick. I'm going to let it
wanna-
go.
Keto have you burping. But I told her, I said, man, that burp made me forget the point I was getting at.
Don't even worry about it. You good?
It's all right. It's going to come back to
No,
you.
but overall, it's just going after what you need and want,
Yes.
and making sure you know yourself. because once you learn yourself completely, that's what I was talking about, being young and learning.
But
and
what did
going
you
them
tell a
stages.
woman? Do you remember what you told her?
You're
I
not
want to
about
know what you
use
told
my
her.
shit.
I want to know what you told her.
Use my shit.
I was about to write it down. I got the paper on it.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Growing up, I stole so much of that. What that man said. I remember I
is
used to. He
funny.
wrote this
Yeah,
song.
you
Do
said
you remember
some
that
stuff.
song you wrote?
Which
And
one?
oh man, how did it go?
Don't try.
Nah, I ain't gonna sing. It was the love song, and I used to actually steal this love
Oh
song.
yeah. I know.
And either say it to a girl slowly or sing it.
Y'all are some
And
pimps,
pull
okay?
No, you know. Oh,
Y'all was pimping.
Okay,
I
I'll be real,
remember.
I've
I
never been able to be a
remember what I was
pimp.
gonna say.
Never
now.
had the heart.
There you
I remember
go.
what I was gonna say.
That's dope.
I was talking to her and I was like, she was trying to, and I was younger, and at the time she was like really just into me and really wanted to be with me, and I was really into her. But I told her, I said, Mama, you got to step your game up.
Oh shit.
And she was like, what? Now physically she was bad as hell, and that's what she was used to, being the badass chick everybody
it's
wanted.
not enough.
And I was telling her,
Right.
like, you got to step your game up
Yeah.
if you want this to be something like a real long-term serious thing.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And I was just telling her, just as far as you have to be comfortable with yourself and within this situation with when a man, I'm trying to put it the right way. I told her, I said, it's different when you have options. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, I can't speak for the ugly dudes. I know, some of y'all, struggle. Some of y'all fly with your ugliness or whatever. And it doesn't have to always do it
As long as
physical.
you got confidence, you make
Right.
it.
I've had
Listen,
ugly
I-
homeboys. I'm
listen.
like, how, bro? How?
Bruh.
How do you do this?
You know why? Because they got that it.
Right. The swagger, the whole
It's all
nine.
about man.
I've seen a dude
Some dudes
going
will
on
walk
a date
in and it's just
when
okay.
after talking to the girl he lived with and been like, yeah, I'm going on a date with her, and she was hot, and he just handled it. He just handled it.
But what I was trying to get her to understand was like when a man has options and like I can choose what I want.
Right.
You have to understand.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not with you because I'm desperate. Some men
And
will
see,
get
that's
with
what
you
you-
because I want to be.
They're desperate and you
Talk that.
fit the look that they want and all
Yeah.
that. And they're like, please. You see them on Instagram under the the
Oh,
little
my God.
Oh,
Instagram
gosh.
model pages.
Yeah.
Oh, I drink your bath. What I pay all your rent. I'm like,
South
you're
Field
like,
with a
but dude, you don't even know this kid.
We call that a simp.
Yeah,
That's what we call them, simps.
Super simping.
Simps. You
Super
a simp.
simping on the gram.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's like
God,
it's
please
like
don't let
You're
me
not
be
an
a
alpha.
simp.
You're a simp.
Please don't let me
right.
be a
And you know
simp.
how hard it is when you have options to go. Because I was actually having a conversation with a friend of mine. Well, he was like more of like an associate. He was ugly and he knew it. And
That's
he's the type, he would get a girl. He would be so happy that any girl want to even deal with him that he would just be super boyfriend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're like, but dude, how do you know? Like, you don't even get options. So like, how do you know this is really what you want? You're just happy she's giving
just
you
happy
the
she giving you
attention.
play.
But then you got guys like myself and others who are like, I want. No, that was good,
Yeah.
but it's not enough. Then I want. And so it's like you're trying to figure out what you want beyond that. You know,
Yeah.
and within that. And it screwed me up earlier on in life. There was at times where I would, have the baddest and like inside and out.
Yeah,
It
you
just
did.
wasn't mature enough.
Wasn't ready.
For it. Right. It wasn't mature enough for it. So the difference I learned as I got older, I was like, the benefit of having options is not to be a pimp or a player. When I was younger, I was like, I can have whatever I want. So I, grab, toss them, switch them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I realized when I got older and got more wise that it was like, having options is a blessing because you get an opportunity to really discover what it is you want.
Yeah.
So that you have a much better chance
Powerful.
of lasting in what you do decide to get in, and being serious with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Not sitting there playing games and, all that other stuff. And, I just, again, eventually I learned that there are women you will come across that have done now, this is a key thing, that have done the work on themselves. If you have done the work on yourself and,
That's when-
put in that work, because it's something
you meet
about
your
it.
reflection.
Right. It's something about it. It's like they just know.
Yeah.
Oh, you've been doing your
You,
work.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like I see your crown.
Yeah.
That's why I like.
see
That's
your
what I
crown.
say.
Y'all
That's-
gotta get in that right conversation too.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
because depending on like how you're meeting, you could go around someone multiple times
never
and
see it.
and you never see it because you haven't created it, that space hasn't been created yet.
Yeah.
But then you get in the right space and you guys are building and it's like, whoa, wait, I never saw him in
Yeah.
this light. And then he's like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it's something, and then y'all both feel that
Right.
you feel that energy.
That energy.
It shifts.
Right.
And here's something else deep for you two fellas.
Uh-oh.
And when you meet the one, as they say, the one will lead you in the process of
To the
getting
others.
to there. No.
Oh no! You know what?
Man law. The
God,
one
ladies.
will lead you to the other.
Oh man,
I
that's
love
so
it.
bad.
No, to the audience at
No.
home, Dominic Santana does not represent those views.
No.
But no,
This moment is brought to you by.
We'll be back.
but no, what I'm saying is, so you know how man is supposed to lead the home and lead the family, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
When you find the one, she will lead you originally. You feel me? Because you'll follow her wherever she goes as you're connecting and building to get to that place. You know, oh, I like her a lot. She's gonna lead you by your nose all
people
the
are
way
scared
to
of
the
that,
altar,
too.
right?
Wow.
You ain't
And
lying.
then you're
Downright terrified.
right? And then you take over and you lead the family and the home.
That's how you do.
It's a switch off. It's an energy. It's a
Okay.
trade off. You know what I mean?
Like that.
I like how he did
like
that. Yeah, he
yeah.
So,
he took us
Let
in
me
and
tell
brought
y'all
us
from
all
the
the way back
woman's
over.
perspective, right?
Uh-oh,
So this is
okay.
the interesting dynamic because
Like me in
me,
class.
I'm super picky about certain things, right? And I think maybe it's that same thing. I'm like, I'm not with you because I
Yeah.
have to be. It's because I choose you,
I chose.
right? You know what I mean? Like you're the one I chose.
Right.
And I was always told never be low bearing fruit.
Right.
So you know when you have an apple tree,
Yeah.
you know, and the one scrape on the bottom, that's quote unquote the loose woman.
The
Anybody
low
can get
hanging.
them. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can
Yeah.
get those when they're low bearing fruit.
Yeah.
I was
Right
told
there.
never be that. Always be on the top because the one that deserves you, they're gonna pass all that. They're gonna climb wherever they gotta climb because they want that good fruit.
They want
Yeah.
Yeah.
They want to always be the good fruit. Ladies always be the good fruit. And I lived with that all my life. So I'm funny about my body, my temple.
Yeah.
I've just always been that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Other people be like, oh, she uppity. Don't try to talk to her. It wasn't an uppity thing. It's that I can't connect with just anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah, no,
saying?
I definitely feel that.
Nobody, not just anybody deserves that. And I grew up having that instilled in me.
Yeah.
Your body's your temple. You protect your temple. You don't let anybody touch your temple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you connect. So that's why for me, it's that one person.
Yeah. And
See,
it's
that's
something
something
else.
that's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Something else, and this is more for you, Mr. Jones, as you know, still you coming up, you learning more and more and more, and you have your fun. I ain't one of them people to tell you, no, you need to, man, slay everything. that you can get
Don't
your
tell him
balls
slay
on.
everything.
Until-
Lord of mercy.
But no, I mean until you got to a place, because seriously, you need to get it out.
Get it out your
Because
system.
this is gonna change for you, okay?
Yeah.
I'm telling you that now.
That's
it's gonna
true.
change for you.
That's true.
If it doesn't change, then you haven't progressed.
Yeah.
This is your natural progression. So
Okay.
what you say now, it's gonna, like Jay-Z is a prime example. This is a dude that made girls. Now he
Right.
Beyonce, please
I'm
don't
so
leave.
yeah,
Beyonce, please don't leave.
Oh, don't play with
know?
that Jay like that.
No, but that's the thing.
That's
when you
real.
find that one,
I mean, she
you
be
will
Beyonce.
beg and cry and all of that for
Yeah.
her, you know, and
Yeah.
do things
Right.
you said you never do back
She
in
was
the
the good
day.
fruit.
She
was the
Beyonce.
good
She was
fruit.
the
good
good,
She was
right?
hard to get.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you have to understand on this journey that if you can have 6, 7, 8, 10 women all at once, right? Especially if they know about it, then they're not even whole women. You know what I mean? Because when you meet the one,
Yeah.
I mean, you can even picture it like a visual, and I've been through this, and she wasn't my one forever, but she was a very powerful one, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And when you meet it, it's crazy because she'll come in and her presence will clear out all the rest of the women.
Oh my
yeah.
God. Where's
You won't
she
even
at?
want
know what I
them.
mean?
You won't even want them
Where's she
anymore.
Exactly. You're like,
Yeah.
you're like, I don't, they be like, damn, where you been? Who this?
Right. Right.
Lisa.
That's what it's
I'm
gonna
at
be.
the house with my
when you
girl.
Can,
Hey,
right.
I didn't call you and tell you I was done. Oh, damn, my bad, boo, my bad. Yeah, I got somebody that's
Yo,
10
this is
times
Richie.
who you
I'm not
are.
coming
So
home
I got a
anymore.
question for y'all
Yeah.
because I feel I've wanted to know this as a woman, right? To men, I'm gonna ask all three of y'all. So as we're speaking about like being with one person versus being with multiple people, I've heard this saying before, and I want to know if guys feel like this because I had a female tell me this. So like, you don't give your boyfriend husband privileges, and the same thing with like a man, you don't give a woman your wife privileges,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So
I've
do
heard
you?
that BS before. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your thoughts on that? Do you believe that, all right, if you're not married, then that's your friend type of deal?
No.
No, that's a
No,
cop out to me.
Yeah.
A little bit of a
cop-out.
cop
Okay.
out there.
Okay.
I don't agree.
Yeah, and I'm gonna let you take this right after I speak my little
Good.
Okay.
piece of peace. But it's funny because I've had these conversations
Yeah.
many times, And honestly, that doesn't work with nothing else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nothing else in life you go, well, until I get X,
Right.
then I'm only going to give you this much treatment.
Right.
That's how close you're going to get to the
fake.
altar.
Yep. That's
But
pretty
if
much
you
it.
halfway,
Right.
you only
Right.
going to get halfway.
Right.
I need to know what I'm getting
You
into
in,
for
I'm in.
life.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I need to also be showing you what you're getting into for
Ooh,
life.
okay.
Yeah.
Now, at that point, when I see everything I'm getting into for life, and you're cool with everything you seeing you getting from me for life,
Right.
that's when we start talking about the next step. Now,
There you
all this,
go.
I'll show you the rest of me when you give me
Right.
what
That's
I want.
not it.
Yeah.
You're holding
That's
me
games.
hostage.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
So it's like, plus I don't know what I'm guaranteed.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like
Right.
you're going to buy
Absolutely.
a car at the dealership, and they're like, well, if you want to see it actually drive,
If you want to see the inside of the car,
buy it
you got to buy the car.
completely.
Nah.
Once
Buy
you
it
finish
first.
paying it off, then
You can take it on the highway.
Right, then you can take it on the highway.
Agreed.
But until you be like, if you don't get the hell out of my
Right.
face with that BS, I don't know why we look at relationships like we don't look at it nowhere near as much as we go in depth on equity buys like cars.
We
and
don't.
homes.
We don't bring it to logic.
Right,
We don't bring it to
You
logic.
want to buy a home?
Yeah.
People crawling up into your house, taking it, checking the value of the
Yeah.
home, all the piping.
I want
Right,
to know
we don't
everything.
do that.
I want to know what
All
your
of that.
credit is. I want to know how. Why? Because when we marry, your credit's gonna be with my credit and all. Yeah, nah.
We need to look at it that way.
Yeah, anybody who says that to you is hiding something.
It's
Right.
something,
You know
yeah,
what
some
I mean?
underneath
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Hiding something. I don't care what their beliefs are,
Yeah.
anything like
Agreed.
that. Because if you just are how you are, and if a wife is what you really are, if you've made it to that point, then you will give that man everything he can expect
It's gonna
from a
come
wife.
out anyway.
Yeah.
But here's the balance, but you give it time. If you're not seeing a husband and you're giving this man a wife, then you know he's not ready to be a husband. So you
Indeed.
go give
Ooh.
all of that to a
Pay
man
attention,
who's ready
ladies.
to be a husband. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because you're ready to be a wife. If you can't give that, then you're not ready to be a wife. That's point
Absolutely.
blank period. Same thing with men. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Because when you meet a man who's ready to be a husband, he will treat you the same. You'll know this is how he's going to be. Because all of marriages is a ceremony and a piece of paper.
That's it.
True story.
You know what I
That's
mean?
it.
And originally, if you want to go real deep, you go
We
all the
didn't
way
need
back
none
in
of that.
history.
Uh-oh.
That's where I was gonna get to.
If you want to go real deep and all the way back in history, marriage was originally something only for the wealthy and people who were heads of state and stuff
was a
like
cattle
that.
sale.
And it was a business arrangement. It was literally like, I'll give you my daughter to merge
Yeah.
our fortunes together and our armies and this and that together
So
to
we ain't
make
gotta
our
go to
family
war.
more powerful.
Right.
It was a legal way of them conjoining the families to increase their wealth or their power.
Wow.
And then it trickled down to eventually other people wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they made it legal, so all that. Because before there was no in medieval times they didn't.
Yeah.
You got to go to the magistrate, get a certificate, and
Yeah.
all this. No, it was just you had a ceremony. It was like, congratulations, y'all motherfuckers are married.
And mostly
Yeah.
because
Yay.
we didn't have access like we do these days. These days,
Right.
we see
But back
100
in the
women in a
day-
day.
Right.
Back then, you
we
might
didn't
see
do that
him.
though.
Right? Yeah.
One.
We didn't
do
practice that
back
at
then.
all.
Yeah.
It was your word is your bond.
Yeah.
This is you're my wife. We didn't need none of this,
No.
none
Yeah.
of that. And it was solidified
Right.
and respected.
Let me pose a question. Now, I stood and I was the best man for two of my best friends, right? They got married. Both of them are divorced now.
I was gonna say when they get divorced.
Aw.
Yo,
So-
you don't
so-
need to be best man for nobody
Right.
else.
I don't want you to know
Ladies,
what.
bad luck.
Thanks
You know
for
what I'm
letting me
saying?
know.
You got single
It's not
energy.
like that. But something is not right. So when do you know, like, okay, yeah, this is it? Do you just know? Because they just got with them, 6 months and they got married. Type situation.
That's always stupid.
But
Yeah.
what was
Yeah,
the
no, that's
well?
completely-
Okay,
yeah, I don't
I
know.
have a different perspective on this.
You really not.
It's welcome.
Yes, because I know. Okay, I don't want to put this person, but I know some. I don't even think that they'll care, but for real, because I know somebody personally. Okay, listen, we did a tour back in the day. We did all of like North Carolina, Virginia, right? I told somebody real close to me, hey, I want you to come with me on this tour. Now, mind you, they were getting out of like a really bad situation that her and the person, they weren't together anymore. Right. And so we're on this tour and my homeboy, who was someone I really rocked with, real cool. Right.
Yeah.
I call him up and I'm putting him on. I'm like, listen, I'm doing a tour. I can bring on another act. Money in your pocket, come through. He's like, yo, I'm there. Dope artist. I'm there. Let me tell y'all something. Okay. We're in a car So mind you, she's in the car with me. He pulls up. I'm like, hey, listen, we're going to go eat. You should come, whatever. He's like, all right, cool. I see them lock eyes. When I tell you I felt something, listen, both of them, like, I'm sitting there talking to him. He's like, and they both just staring at each other.
Wow.
Kid you not. Yo, it was like something out of a movie.
Wow.
So I'm like, hello, right? And I'm like, we gonna go eat. Y'all ready to go eat? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Listen, we get to the thing, and it was like magnets.
Soul
okay?
recognition.
Both of them were in and I'm not advocating to leave people if you feel something else, but both of them were in situations that they were not supposed to be in. Both of them. So when they met each other, they're both in these unique situations. But they had both already had a conversation where we know this ain't gonna work out. We just haven't had the guts to call it quits yet.
Yeah.
They got married super quick. They have been married like maybe 17 years, maybe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I might be over exaggerating, but they've been married for like a couple like years. And when I tell you they are like soulmates, like if I have never believed in soulmates, I saw it firsthand.
How quick was the process?
So, listen, she was telling me on the way back home. This is how real it is. She was like, I don't know who that dude is, but I have to see him again. So while she's telling me this, he's sending me a text. Hey, yo, ask her, can I get her number, man? I don't know who she is. I have to see her again. It was almost verbatim. So she's talking to me, and he's texting me.
Oh, that's easy.
Soul
That's
recognition.
soulmate.
Listen.
Well, no. Super nasty people seem to always be able to spot each other. You know what I mean?
They are pretty freaky.
I love it how you brought
That's
it
why
back.
they've been together so
He
long.
brought it
No.
back,
Super
though.
freaks. They
First
like-
he took
No,
us
but
there, then he took us there.
they
Yeah.
got back home, handled their business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that took a little bit of time because they were in situations.
Yeah.
But they handled their business. When I tell you, from the moment that they met, they were like this. And they married each other. So I
Yeah.
feel
I
like
don't know if I
No,
can
I
ever
mean-
do
3
that.
months? We talking 3 months?
I would say within like 6 to 8 months.
And they were
Yeah.
married.
And
After
it's-
they got
it's
out of their
possible.
situations,
Like,
but they got married.
That's
You know what I'm
amazing
saying?
because I don't know if I
Yeah.
could ever do it.
And it's possible
And
you can't. You
yeah,
can meet
I don't think there's a
somebody-
time frame on
No,
things.
no,
definitely
man.
not. That's
No,
amazing.
Yeah, I don't
I
think there's a
agree.
time
I don't
frame. I
believe in
feel
that,
like
yeah.
when you feel like, yo, this is something. Life is
Yeah.
short. Move with it. Why not? What do you have to lose?
So if you
But you-
fighting right before the marriage, you know you're not supposed to be with that person, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Like right before the wedding, if y'all like scrapping, and they be
You're
like,
not
I'm gonna
supposed to be
marry
with
her
them.
tomorrow. You're not
No.
supposed to be with that
No.
person.
Well, I've known couples too that they fight all the fucking time.
See, that's
but they will
toxic
never
relationship.
leave you. But
That's
they,
so toxic.
but you try to
Yeah.
come between them or do one something to the other.
yeah, they at your
Like
throat.
you,
Yeah.
like I thought you hated him.
Yeah.
You're like,
I
will
left one of my
kill you.
exes
Hey.
because of that. We kept doing this, and he had the nerve
What's
to
that?
be like,
What was that?
we kept bumping heads.
Oh,
we
kept
kept
bumping
doing
heads.
this all the time.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, it was like I was going home stressed the hell out, and I was like, this
Yeah,
is not
see.
what it's supposed
Yeah,
to
but see,
feel
you're not
like.
It shouldn't be
comfortable in
draining.
that. You
Yeah,
have,
yeah, I'm
both
not-
people
it was-
have to be comfortable
Right,
in chaos.
it was toxic,
Yeah,
and
see,
then I was
I
like,
can't- yeah.
"Can I see myself marrying this dude?" No, like
like
we're
my
yelling
quiet
and
too much.
screaming
Yeah,
all
me
the
too.
time,
Yeah.
and he was like talking about like, "Yo, would you see?" And I'm like,
Nah,
Yeah,
man.
that's
no,
it. Yeah.
you know.
Nah,
but I
man.
didn't want to hurt his feelings, so then this is the problem that women do. We move off emotion. I'm like, maybe it'll get better, so I stayed in it far too long, knowing it wasn't for me. Like he was never physical. I've never been in an abusive relationship, thankfully. He wasn't physical with me, but we just kept bumping heads. We
Yeah.
would get in these, over nothing, stupid arguments. So for me, I'm like, do I really want to do this? Like, if I got married to him, is he really gonna change?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
No.
not even-
No, I know. I was in an abusive relationship before.
She was beating you.
Mm.
Oh my god.
yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, I've been in one.
No,
where
that's
she
why.
just beat
No,
your ass too?
see, you
Well,
make
it
it.
was
You make it light in my situation.
It was funny.
You guys were
It
not
was-
making fun of like
you make
abusive
it
No,
light
relationships.
in
it
my
was funny
situation.
because I'm a
Hold on, I
fighter.
started my
But he's a
story.
jokester,
Go ahead,
so
go
we
ahead.
don't know.
No, I'm just see. I try to be real and
Who was
candid
it?
with
Who?
y'all.
No, go ahead.
Y'all-
Go
y'all
ahead.
So I can hit her
try
right
not
up on Instagram. Who?
Who put
Go
hands
ahead,
on
say
my
her
family?
name.
Wavy
Did you
seems
put
like
hands
he-
on my
he's
cousin?
caring about my shit.
We care. We care.
No, I can't.
No, because I'm not a woman beater. Like I don't believe
Right,
in putting
right.
my hands on some on
And women take
you know what I mean?
advantage.
Yeah.
I don't like
Right,
that.
and women do. So I was dating
Yeah.
this midget, and she was always trying
Oh,
to prove
did you
she
see the
was,
shot?
She was a big chick. You know what I mean?
Not a damn midget,
Yeah,
man.
She know who
was
she is. He did that on
3 feet
purpose.
tall. You know what I mean? She always trying to prove that she wasn't no low
Sick of
person.
this dude, man.
Not a low person. Yo.
You know what I mean? And she would do shit like
You
I would
know
come in the
what?
bathroom and she'd be hiding like up in the closet.
We'll be back.
I go to get a towel, she dive
be
out,
back after
punch me
these
in my
messages.
face. You know, just
I cannot.
crazy shit.
Oh,
man.
Lord.
Don't
You know what?
don't
This is
date
why.
midgets,
This is
man.
why we won't take him serious. Listen, I'm really sitting here like, yo,
First of
I didn't
all,
know
let's
who
just
this
say
is.
your big ass don't need to be dating no bitch.
Oh man, don't sleep on it.
Midgets is
Don't knock it
sexy,
till you
though.
try.
No,
it.
I ain't sleeping on that. I was sleeping on that. I ain't sleeping on that.
Don't knock it.
I
You
love
ain't.
me
You
a
ever had a
short-ass
woman
woman.
run up from your
I
ankle
love it.
all the way around your body?
What
don't
about
know
the
that.
tall
Hold up,
women?
no, that
I
shit
don't-
sounds wonderful.
I don't know. I love short women.
Wait,
It's something
hold
about
up.
Okay, I do
them.
Hold
love
up.
short women though. I
Oh,
do
What
love
about
short
the
women.
tall women?
No, they
I'm
dope.
a tall woman.
But I've
You
dated
are
a woman
not a
that was
tall
a
woman.
model.
I'm not a tall woman.
No, no,
I'm
no, no,
6'5",
no.
How tall
so
are you?
I don't-
I'm like 5'7.5". I'm like
Oh, that's
5'8".
not
without-
tall.
That's not
That's
bad.
tall
Yeah.
for a girl, but that's not.
And I like wearing
I
heels.
dated a girl that was 6'2". That's the most awkward shit ever. She was a
I'm
model,
telling you,
and her
man.
head was by my head, and like
Oh.
her feet was by my feet when I held her, and it,
Oh, that's-
it was
that's
just
What about when she put
weird.
heels on?
Yeah, and then it, like the
Ladies,
like
I
the
think
whole
tall
cover
women
thing.
are beautiful.
No, they're
women are
gorgeous.
beautiful.
I feel like
I
you
love
need to
models.
keep your shoulders back and stand up tall.
You damn right.
Yeah.
But it was just it was
I dated a tall
it
girl
was the
one
laying
time,
down
and
thing
my
that was
back
weird.
felt so much better.
No, what?
Because with short girls,
No,
you gotta bend down to hug them all the time.
Touche, my dude.
They
So
always
she was
want
taller
to
than
kiss.
you.
No, she wasn't taller than me.
but she was tall.
Yeah, but like what he's.
You're
talking about
6'9"?
is 6. No.
6'9".
He's
Wait,
6'5".
wait,
He's
You're
6'5".
6'5". Okay.
6'5".
My daughter's father 6'5".
Yeah, so I'm
shit.
6'5", but I dated a chick that was like 6 foot, 6'1".
Okay,
You know
go
what I
ahead,
mean?
girl.
And so, same thing. She was a model, but at the same time, it was.
Wavy like, nah, I couldn't do it.
It is more awkward.
It's
if
different.
if I say my preference,
And them the ones that
I
come
think-
at me too. I want the little ones.
Oh my God.
you want a midget.
I got-
You want a
How
midget.
tall are you,
I gotta
Wavy?
deal with
So,
Layla
ladies,
Ali
if
and
you're
shit,
out there-
man, like, that's some bullshit.
So, ladies, if
Yo.
you're out there and you're beneath
He wants
5
a
foot
sh- he
tall,
wants a-
Wavy's
Holla at me.
Tropical Papa is
So
actually.
you gonna have a whole bunch of short housewives. That's what you
I
want.
love little women.
Are we talking about?
Yo,
you talking about little?
I gotta
people
go to
little
Yeah.
women, or
Yo,
just
I gotta
short?
go to this
Like
man's
five-
house when this
five-
happens.
Yo, me too. I gotta
Yeah.
see this. I gotta see them all like. I gotta
gonna
see
be
this
like
shit.
You got
They got
minions.
stanced up in the
It's gonna be like
cook.
this. Want some breakfast, baby? That's how they gonna be talking. I
sound
gotta
like
see
minions.
this.
They got a house on a ladder to wash the dishes and all that.
Yeah, I know, right? I am.
You can carve them out shoes and shit.
I'm gonna purposely put stuff on high shelves just to mess with them.
You're
Let me see that ass.
You're a woman. you don't know the joy of having a little woman run up from your ankle all the way up to your head. And you just like, oh, where you at, girl? Where you at,
You
girl?
play too much. You play too much.
You know what? Listen. Someone asked me could I ever date like a super short dude, and if he was super short, I don't think I could do it. Like I don't think I'd be able to be like,
So you
hey,
saying like
baby.
you saying like 5'2", you couldn't do it.
5'2"?
You
That's
in
too
love,
short.
but she's 5'2". He's 5'2".
He need a midget. He
I don't
needs a
think I'd be
midget.
in love because he'd be 5'2".
Yeah.
I think I'd be like,
Oh, man.
nah.
You're not thinking of all the
Yo,
benefits.
there's a bunch of dudes that just
You
they
go
just
to the
did this.
movies, you can get the kid,
Yeah,
prize.
nah.
This
Like
is
you
true.
could be, you could
all the
be
discounts.
shorter than me,
And he probably ages
but you
shorter.
can't be like, I mean, like a shorty where I'm like, hey, nah, that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't
My mom
do it.
don't like them either. My mom
No.
was talking about that
You're
yesterday.
too like powerful. Like you
Nah.
you need a big
Appreciate it.
man you can look
Yeah.
at and be like, okay, I ain't gonna try him. too much right now.
Yeah,
Wow.
I can't be
I'm
looking
gonna let
down
him
at
push me
you.
a little bit further. Not he cough and you on him. Like, why you gotta be making all this noise?
What until you about talking?
Get in the corner. Get in the corner.
Get your booster seat. You driving.
That's why you scoot the chair up.
Stupid, yo.
When you gotta grit your teeth. When you gotta grit your teeth, scoot the chair up. Oh man, that's funny.
Wavy.
Yeah, there you go. I got you. G. I got you. G.
Nigga, I ain't no
Don't worry,
short nigga.
I know.
He
I'm
look like.
all of 6 foot tall.
Wait, Wavy, how tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
Oh, man, you got some nerve to be talking about short.
short?
Wait, you
I
are
just don't-
tall.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't want them short. I mean, I don't want them tall.
What's too tall?
If you 5'9", you too tall.
Okay, but what if she like a supermodel and she bad? Like,
I don't give a
like
damn.
Adriana Lima.
I don't care. I don't want
Man, I met Adriana Lima. She's my height, and that woman's gorgeous.
Yeah,
and
she's
she
pretty.
could ask me for my wallet, and I probably wouldn't even question it and be like,
But some women you just can't imagine them not being that tall. It just fits them so well.
There you go.
And they're sexy with
Have that
it.
face.
Yeah, you
Where
right.
It's just like you can't help it. You know
like
what
I
mean?
got a friend of mine named Jasmine. She's like that. It's like it's about her. It's her
But
persona.
you can imagine
It's
her
something
being
about it,
smaller.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
She got to be the right woman. Let's
Touché.
put it like that. She
Yeah.
has to
You know
be
what's
the right
gonna be
woman.
funny? Watch.
You gonna get married?
He gonna
to-
marry-
I'm a
Yeah.
Y'all all invited.
Next
Y'all all
year.
invited.
We gonna be like,
You ain't gonna be looking at
Yo,
her.
your kids going to the NBA,
he gonna be like,
yo.
and she gonna talk like
For real,
this.
for real.
Yo, my name is Sahara.
Oh hell no. She sound like
Hold up. They can't have a deep voice and be tall, bro.
about
I lived in
Lala.
Miami.
She
I
gonna
lived
be
in
hella
Miami,
buff,
bro.
like,
If they tall and got a deep voice, leave that alone.
But look, hold on.
That ain't Sierra.
We gotta
That's
wrap.
Steve.
We gotta wrap this up soon. But I want to know one more thing before we do go, and I want to start with Lady S and then
Yes.
work our way around.
Okay.
But because we're on the topic of monogamy and whatnot, and
Yes.
we've talked in depth about
Ooh, that was
relationships
funny.
and whatnot and stuff. But what are your views, your thoughts
Mm-hmm.
on if a man is just deeply in love with you, and you know he is, right?
Okay.
You know, beyond, you can feel it. He proves it every day and everything, right?
That's dope.
And you've been together, and he's just like, I'm always, sweetheart, I always want to be honest with you.
Was that the Prince voice?
Wait, is this how he talks? Whoa, I don't know if that's just gonna work.
Yeah, creep boy. You gotta go.
How
creep
in love
boy.
am I?
But he's,
That's gonna dead the
I was
shit
waiting
right
for that man to
now.
start
Like,
singing
you know
Purple
what?
Rain.
Something
God
to
dang.
change, baby.
but so he tells you, and he's just like, I want to be with you forever. Like, and I've been showing you this, proving this to you and stuff. But I want to have my fun on the side every so often.
Oof.
You know what I mean? But me and you, we there. I'll provide everything you need. I'll love you. I'll always treat
This
you
is
like a
an
queen.
interesting
I'll
question.
never bring no BS home. You won't have to worry about no messiness and nothing. But I'd rather tell you this and just do this every now and again, and we stay together forever than to get to a point where I feel like I need to creep on you or something because it has nothing to do with the relationship.
She deep in thought. This
Where
face
you-
that you
where
got.
you
Because
There we
I
go.
think I'd be heartbroken.
Ooh.
Well, what
Yeah.
happened to the honesty?
Like I listen, I
couldn't
felt
see
it just
that.
now. I
Be
felt like it
honest,
was
be
like,
honest, be
like I
honest.
felt
I
like
felt
somebody
that
was,
too.
yeah. Look,
yeah.
did you like? I
It
couldn't
was
even
the
hide.
voice.
I'm like, ooh.
It was
Yeah,
the voice.
yeah.
God, I
just
think
wanna be honest with you.
so remember how I said I would honor the time?
Yeah.
That would be the moment for me to honor our time because I love myself too much than to know my man's going out, sharing his goods with somebody else and coming back home to me. I couldn't do it.
So you back to lying. That's what I said. You lying.
Don't lie.
respect
Don't lie.
But like, here's the thing.
I'm kidding,
This is
I'm
the
kidding.
difference. Let's say I meet someone, right? Day one, and I'm like, damn, this dude is fly as
Yeah,
hell.
yeah.
And we build it, and I'm like, so what's your thoughts? And he's like, listen, I want to be honest with you. Day one, I really like you. Right now, I'm in a space where I'm just not with one woman. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I want to date multiple people. If you cool with that, we could date, see where it can go. But I don't think I'm like a one woman type of
Yeah.
guy. Then that would be up to me to say, I still want to date you. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
kind of fly. Then I can't get mad if later on, let's say I fall in love and I'm like, listen, I want you to myself. And he's like, I told you when we met.
I told you what this
Then
was.
that's for me to make the decision. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
told
that's
you,
what
I
I'm
belong to the
saying.
street, bro. Told you this.
Future. That's what I'm saying. That you. nah, I like Future too. But that's I like Future too. No shade. But that's when you gotta like be honest with yourself. That's what it all boils down to. Listen, y'all want to know a woman's secret?
Oh yeah, nah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Women.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell y'all a secret. Real shit. Women
I'ma write this down.
love honesty. You may think they don't. We
No, but
find
it's
it so
because y'all are
sexy.
nosy.
We are nosy.
You just
That's
want
a
to
fact.
know.
We are
Every
nosy.
damn
We are nosy.
And don't win you
I
no
call
time.
it, look,
Damn thing,
I
yeah.
call it analytical, but whatever floats
Okay,
your boat.
potato.
You know?
It don't win
But
you no points.
Listen,
Yeah.
if a man is like, the sexiest thing to me is for a man to stand in his truth. I kid you not. Listen, I've said this
As
to
you
people.
walk away after he tells you the truth.
No, but like, no, you're giving me the opportunity. I might
Man,
be like,
you got
yo,
us over here writing stuff
listen,
down.
I
like,
might be like, let me think
stand
about
in
it.
your
Like
truth.
seriously, let me think about it because I find that I think it's sexy as hell. I do. Like,
So
'cause-
you would
and then a
think
woman
about it, and
knows.
then what would you do? 'Cause
I
know
think
you
I would
already
have
know
to
that
tell
answer.
him my truth. Like, hey, mine is, I would really want somebody one-on-one I could build with? Do you feel like I could get there? And if he's like, you know what, I'm willing to try, bong. There you go. You know?
I give you that.
What if he was like?
Because we know BS when we hear it. That's the thing. We know it.
What if he was like, look, you know, I don't want to go out. I don't want to dip outside of the relationship, but every so often I need to mix it up a little bit. But I ain't doing this without you. You down to play together sometimes?
So this is something else too.
This got
That's
interesting.
another question.
This just
If
got
y'all
warm.
see, this is why
All right.
y'all need to be on my Facebook. You on my Facebook for real? Because listen, I do
what's
these.
your name? I'm
You got to
following
be
you
on my
right
Facebook. I do these open. So lady space S period Lee. It's gonna come right on up because you know I'm popping.
Yeah, it
so
is.
no, but I do these things called sound off. Discussions. Listen, people come from people I ain't never seen before. I'm like, oh shoot, and they give really great perspectives. There is, and I gotta shout her out. She doesn't try to hide it. Carmen Sun, you know Sun. Super
sounds
dope
familiar.
poet.
I feel like
She
I
got
do.
her own radio
sounds
show in
familiar.
Atlanta right now.
I do know-
She
I
really
know her
doing her
name.
thing. I gotta shout her out. It's my girl. She makes it known. So she's married. And their beliefs are different, and they have a thriving, beautiful relationship. And so when I talk about like, you know, being with one person, she will always come up on it like, hey, now, careful.
Yeah.
You call these men kings. You know, kings had a harem of women.
Yeah, they did.
Be careful the words you speak out, and we build all the time. And like, so I can't speak for them, but I think that their beliefs are a little bit different, and it works for them. You know,
works, it works.
yeah. So
and
if,
that's, to me, I think that's what it's all about.
yeah,
It's
that's what it is.
finding
What works for you.
Find your
Yeah.
fit,
If you can
yeah.
be with your man and he like, listen, I'm bringing this. What if you're someone who you like men and women? And then you meet a man, you know, you're a woman who likes men and women, not a man.
I was gonna say,
you
that's
know,
complicated.
I was
but
like, why you look over at
he
me?
looked like what? He did look at you real quick. Like, But what if you're a woman? What if you're a woman and you've always wanted to explore with another woman? Then you meet the one man and he's like, baby, listen, we can bring him in. You know what I'm saying? Let's just do this together. I'm not gonna cheat on you. That might be heaven for both of y'all. He done
Indeed.
met his match because she want to play and she good because she like, I know he ain't gonna go nowhere. We can bring him home, baby. I got you.
Yeah.
That's a win-win
I've been
situation.
in a relationship like
I don't
that.
want that.
I've been
Yeah.
in a relationship like that where it's like she like girls too, and we go. You ready to do that? You feeling
Really?
that itch? All right, let's go get who you want. You want her?
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
I'll be out. I'll go
Not
get her.
feeling it.
I don't feel like I'm having my way. I feel like she having her way type. I don't like that.
How's he having her
I'm
way?
selfish
See, that's
a little
the-
bit. Like,
yeah,
I
nah.
see.
Nah, 'cause
don't
I
know.
always like to share.
I'm not talking about
Yeah, like-
just her going to do her thing. I'm
Yeah.
talking about all three play together.
Yeah.
You and your girl doing this one girl.
That's
See,
complicated.
he's not
You know what
feeling
I mean?
that. He wants
It's
to be.
complicated.
Well, how you gonna
He
have
wanna
seven
be the
women?
alpha.
I
I
know
don't
seven
I don't
women.
want her to just be like, yeah, let's do it. Wait a minute.
You want her to be
Like,
sneaky?
I want her to be. I want her
That
to
was
kind
too
of
quick.
hide.
That was
I
too
want her to
quick.
kind of like,
You gotta-
like I want her to say she not with it. You know what I'm saying?
And then you work her
And then
into
she
it.
is.
Working. And
Oh,
she got
wait.
Nah,
So
nah.
what
Ladies lie the way you be.
So lie at first.
Be short and lie.
what he's saying is he wants to be the one to corrupt her.
Oh,
He's like, I do the corruption around here.
you want to turn her out, okay?
That's what it sounds like.
Correct.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Lord.
I'm gonna
That's
start
just-
calling you corrupt with a K.
Yeah.
He's gonna say this is tropical. I'm like corrupt with a K.
Yeah.
So you're not with that. Okay,
No.
I get it. So what
How did it
happens-
work out for you? Did
work-
you like that?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. You know, I will say at times, you know, I was just wondering. It's like I think for me, it was more of an anxious thing about it, where it was like, you know, are you really, you know, 100% want to be with a man like serious like
Gotcha.
that?
Yeah.
Or you know,
There's
one
always
day
that
you're gonna hit
question.
me
Are
and
you
be
having
like,
fun?
oh, I fell in love with, because that's the only thing with being physical, you know,
Right.
especially because you know how men are, but men, we also know how women are. So when we see two women, it's like there's a level they
There's
can
an
operate
emotional
on that I
connection.
know I can't
Yeah.
give her.
Yeah.
And will that take over one day? You know what
That's
I mean?
interesting.
Or how hairy can this get? You know what I'm saying? And then they start adding rules, especially the deeper the feelings get between you two.
Yeah.
Then it starts being like, you know,
Do this, but
how
don't
many
do
times
this.
did you kiss her?
Oh,
You spending too much
Yeah.
time with her.
Yeah, I had
You
someone
know, or
once give
you
me
like-
advice. If that ever happens, you got to pay both of them attention. The exact amount of attention. Like, oh.
Yeah, and I've been
Yeah, I
in that.
can't
I've been
be
in
in
that
no
situation
situation
more
like
than
that.
once before, and those several times it ended the same way. The deeper the feelings get, they start off on a certain precedent, and you're like, "This is dope. I like this." You know what I mean?
And then it goes.
it's like, okay, you can't do that anymore. And it's like, what?
See,
What?
that was that young
Wait a
face.
minute.
Like, well, did you call her?
That was that young face.
Were you on the
you
phone
just
with her
did.
just now?
Right.
We can't do that anymore. Yes, I love you more than I thought, and now everything I said in the beginning.
Y'all
is
think it's
gone
gonna be
to shit.
easy to
I'm
have
done with
multiple
that.
wives? That's
No,
not
so what
gonna
do
be
you
that
do?
easy.
What do you do? Let me hit you with one more quick thing here. What do you do if you were in the scenario where you were in a committed relationship of somebody you were feeling, there was no problems or nothing, but then you came across a man who just gave you that same feeling but times 2?
This got good. All right.
All right,
here we go.
here's the thing, though.
Do you sacrifice what should be for what could be, or do you go, what do you do?
How do I? So I know you're not supposed to answer a question with a question.
You
but
stuttering,
I
boy.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, because I want to be real. I want to be as honest as possible.
Definitely.
So for me, how am I allowing myself to be in that space where I even know it's times 2 to begin with? That means I call them cracks in the door. That means I open the door up for that. And if I'm really about my ish and it's really right, there should be no cracks. So to answer that, if that happened, that means it wasn't right for me to begin with because I cracked it.
Wow.
So
and if the
so
door was
basically-
cracked, something wasn't right at home.
So basically, you saying that's your sign that what you got at home ain't right.
Can't be, because when I'm committed, I'm committed. You know what I'm saying? And people know people that know me, they know this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am a committed woman, and I'll tell people like, listen, I got a man. Get at me if it don't work out. Check on me in 6 months.
Just gonna slide this number across
Everything
the table.
happens. Yeah, I'll get back to you in 30 days. But
And so give yourself a prophecy. When do you think you'll be married?
Whew. That's a good one.
Oh man,
Don't have to be an explanation with it. Just throw it out there. When do you
I don't
foresee
know.
yourself? If you had to pick
And
an age, where do you think? Be honest.
Man, that's a good question. These questions are so loaded. I like it.
if I had to pick an age when I would be married,
Yeah. When you think, prophesy to yourself.
How many years from now?
Yeah, it could be 20 years from now. It could be next month.
so I would say within the next 4 to 5 years, I'll be married.
Okay.
All right, Rob. What about yourself?
Whoo. Man, I'm not sure if I'm ever going to get married, but if it was going to happen, it'd be within the 5-7 year range.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wavyy Jonez. What about yourself?
Oh, can y'all skip me?
Nah.
Nope. We gotta answer too. We all gotta answer this.
Yeah, it's hard, ain't it?
It's. I don't know. I don't want that.
Not
I'm
with all the
indecisive.
ladies.
I mean,
They
if
all
if you
want to
say
marry
never,
you.
you can say never, but that's
I
a
don't
time.
think it's that though.
Yeah,
I
never
don't
say
think it's
never,
just
but-
never.
What's the commitment thing?
It's my commitment thing, but
That's why it's
if
a prophecy.
I find that person, yeah. But if I find that person that has everything I want in need, it's like you just never know. I might find her tomorrow, get married tomorrow. You just never know.
So
Like,
what
I
if
can see
you
that.
what if you found her? When do you think you
If
would
I
get
found her.
married?
How long away?
after I see her, after I meet her,
Yeah.
if she's everything I need, we'll be married within the next 3 years type thing.
Dope.
Oh, okay.
Dope.
Yeah. Because I got time to actually figure out instead of that 6 months, and I'm like,
Right.
let's jump into it. I
Right.
got time to actually
See.
peel back the layers of
Right.
who she is.
I think that's
Right.
what,
you know.
That's a good thing too, right? If
Yeah.
you know it's the one, do men? Oh, answer it first. I'm sorry.
Oh, mine's
I'm getting
easy.
ahead of myself.
I just found out 4 to 5 years.
You in a relationship?
No, just
Yo, listen. I
thought we were ready to start like,
no, wait. Why was that? Like,
yo, I heard sad music.
no, I was about to be like, you
Yo.
never proposed to something?
I was so stupid. I was in
Yo,
my
you
head like, not
smooth.
you, Marcus.
Oh, we're stuck.
My brain was like, not you, Marcus. First the Bad Boys break up, now this.
Y'all got me over here blushing. My man gonna be mad. We'll be back after this. My face is hot. I'm like, oh. What? Look.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
I'm just
Size 7.
kidding.
No, I'm
All right,
just-
so when would you say?
Size
You know what I
7.
mean? Lady S is with this other light skinned dude.
You know what?
So not me. I'm just kidding. But shout out to the shit, what do you call them these days? The booze?
The man. Just the man. Yeah, the
All right,
man.
Shout out to the
Shout out to the
man
man.
for putting up with SDOT.
Yes.
You know
Putting
what I
up with
mean?
all my
Oh, you in a
ish.
relationship?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she in a relationship.
But
She don't belong to the streets
but
no more.
you know, you want you a short one anyway.
No.
Hey, we've already discussed
He said,
this.
"Oh,
You're
shit."
technically considered short to all of us at this table.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't
You
know.
know, I got on
man.
my sneakers
2
today.
to 3 years. 2 to 3 years. I don't want to get too
Okay.
old and
2 to 3 years.
not
Okay.
being as yeah. Probably.
That's
not
my
bad.
question. If you meet somebody as a man, when do you know? Like, say you're like, I'm in love. Do men wait to propose, or is it like, why would I wait? This is what I
Same with
want.
that dude that you was talking about. He met her right then and there, so you just never know.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think when you're talking about locking somebody down for a lifetime,
Right.
you also, it's beyond your feelings and what you feel from her spirit and everything else. Are you able to? You can't take a queen and you have no throne for her.
Ooh,
You know what I mean?
I think that's the kind of the more the
speak.
feeling.
This conversation real.
Yo,
right
for
here,
real.
man.
You have to put in the work. You got to go build that.
Hello.
You know what I mean?
Pay attention,
and once you
fellas.
build it and you have a seat for her, then you say, I've loved you this whole time. I've wanted to be
Ooh.
with you this whole time. And I went to war for our kingdom. I built it. And here's your throne next to me.
Yeah.
Damn, you need to write a book, man.
You know what?
Do
That's
you
in
know
your
how many
head.
girls online just went, oh my God, let me
Look,
text
wait,
this
wait,
dude.
wait.
Your
Wait,
DM,
wait,
when
wait.
when this episode come out,
That's-
your DM gonna go crazy.
Nah, but no, that's
real.
that's just real shit.
Yeah.
I'm
Who
single,
y'all-
y'all. I'm single. That's it.
But no, and
Build a kingdom.
but
joking.
understand this.
I
Understand.
ain't coming home no more.
Yeah, I ain't coming home.
Understand. I learned this the hard way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By my own mistakes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where
That's
I learned I
real.
had to go, okay, you watch enough good girls that you had and you play games and all that stuff, and you watch them turn around and go get with a real one who is
Yeah.
ready and
Woo.
who did put in the work and everything.
That's the thing.
Who scooped up quick. You know, then it's like you look and you're like, if you real man about yours, and you can look as a man and go, damn, that dude's wiped her up in like a year, and now she's flourishing. They got a
Wow.
crib,
Yeah.
dope crib.
Makes you right.
Car, she's doing better than when she was with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's
Ooh.
because that man went and put in the work to not only better himself, because you got to read, you got to study, you got to, take care of your health,
Yeah.
keep
Hello.
your mind right, keep progressing every day. You're
Every day.
progressing,
Right.
or at least thinking about progressing every day. So when you do run into her, because she's gonna be a bad somebody, because if you putting in the work to make yourself a bad somebody, you're gonna meet another
match
bad
that.
somebody. Yeah. And the worst thing, let me tell you, because I've been through this too. The worst thing you could do is meet the woman of your dreams,
And not
but
be
you're
the man.
so far below the level of what she
And
needs
not be the
Ready?
man.
that you
Done
can't-
that when I
and
was
she
younger,
wants
and
you,
not be the man.
but you can't feel like a man. That's how you see women great women who are with men that mistreat them like crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's not that woman. A lot of women don't understand it when men abuse them or treat them like shit or verbally, just you're like, damn, why is she with him? That man, it's not even a thing really against her. That man is so insecure in himself because he knows he is not
doesn't
worthy of
deserve
her.
He can see his weakness.
Hello.
And he doesn't understand
He can see
why
his weakness.
she doesn't see that he's not worthy of her.
Yeah.
And so he
Ooh,
constantly he begins
powerful.
to resent her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And he treats her like that because that's really how he treats her is what he's feeling about himself as a man.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Gee.
Yeah. So
You know, I do these things like,
Yeah.
Hold on.
This
You
is
gotta do the whole thing
conversation,
though.
man.
You
This-
gotta do the whole thing though.
Yeah, look.
This
Preach.
conversation is real.
Yo,
It's
I'm not even gonna lie.
real.
Preach
Real,
though.
man.
it's experiences and losses, wins and
I've
losses,
been
baby.
there.
Wins and losses.
Listen, I was attracting the same. Listen, I was attracting the same type of person over and over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Over and over, staying in these long relationships that I knew going in. I was like,
You dating the same
Yeah.
person over
yeah,
and over.
Yeah,
just,
you looking in the mirror, expecting a
same
different
spirit,
reflection.
different bodies. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's like I'd be like, oh, but it's something, but, and then 3 years later, I'm like, what the hell? I knew it going in.
Yeah.
Then when I started doing the work on me,
I was gonna say you were going through that because you didn't know what
that's
you
exactly it.
Yeah.
Listen, when I was
Looking in
doing
the
the
mirror,
work
expecting
on
a
me
different
and I had to
reflection.
realize, like, even certain things, it went so deep as to like how I grew up. You know, like half of my life was
Really?
overseas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The other half, and I don't think it matters what continent you're in, but it was just, I had to like know me. And once I did and I shifted my energy, I started seeing how different men were attracted to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
The
saying?
thing about you two that's dope, and especially as being someone who's put a lot of work in myself. We were talking about this earlier off camera, just dealing with anger issues and stuff like that,
Yes.
and just reshaping yourself, polishing yourself. But the dope thing about you is when people meet you, because all these guys and everybody on our team, when they met you, they were like, you were right. She is
You like
dope.
Aw,
Like,
thank
she is
you.
this and she's that.
That's what's up.
But the thing is, that
I swear to God.
anyway,
We just gonna play some cards over here.
no, but listen,
Go
I'm giving y'all some game here.
Yeah, you are.
But,
Yeah,
but
you
the
are.
thing is, you can tell anybody who's done the work on themselves, they can tell that's not the original you.
Right.
And I don't mean like you're fake. I mean,
right. I get
you
it.
can-
Like there was growth. put
You're
in
the
there.
result of your journey.
Yes.
You went. You could tell you went
I
on that
appreciate.
journey.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you saying it that
Yeah.
way because it's true.
Yeah.
Especially
You
from
know?
the first time we met you. You remember when she was performing at that concert?
In the Go-Go Cave.
Was I on? What?
No,
I couldn't even hide it.
Once
Look,
again,
that
this moment is
jersey-
brought to you by.
Wait,
all
did you hear me
your-
suck my teeth?
Talk about
I reverted back. We'll be back after these.
no, man, this has been an excellent conversation with you
Yes.
guys. I could do this with you all night.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Unfortunately, we do not have the time to do it all night.
Man.
Yeah, this was dope. A lot of jewels.
Yeah. So man, I just love you guys.
Aw.
Gab,
We
perspectives.
love you too,
We
bro.
love
You know what I
you
mean?
too.
No, we love you. We love you.
Yeah, we
love
love you, big
Yeah.
cuz.
Oh, listen, that was big.
Yeah.
That was big.
It was the way he said it.
Yeah,
He was like,
and
nah,
he meant
that
it
ass
too.
like-
He switched
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
We
Yeah.
love you.
I agree.
Yeah, he said perspective. He's about to change it. So
Nice.
we love us.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
There we go.
You love us. We love you.
Yeah.
This is what you do there. You're like, I agree.
Yeah. No, you gotta be real smooth. Love is love.
Yo, love
You know
is
what I'm
love.
saying?
I
Love
dare
is
you
love.
to say it. Yo, I dare you to
So
say that
love.
to a girl. A girl be like, I love you. You be like, I agree.
No.
She don't know which way you going with
Oh,
that.
That's it. The
man.
dynamic
Great
relationship.
moment.
But so unfortunately we gotta wrap this up.
Damn.
Yes.
I want to thank
Yeah.
all our fans. We hope that you were enlightened somewhere in there and that you
Yes.
had great laughs and that you also learned some things. And maybe this hit home for somebody. Maybe you need to get rid of that fool sitting next to you at night.
Ooh,
Or maybe you need to
listen.
put a ring on it, player.
And holla at the
My
tropical
name is
pop.
Rob Covington.
Holla at the tropical papa.
All the shorties.
Prince Rob 1 hit me in the DM.
You know what I mean?
You talk like this, go ahead and holla at Tropical Papa.
I couldn't take it serious.
Hell no.
You gotta learn. You gotta
She
learn the
got the
Spanish
gun.
accent.
Yeah.
Hit them girls with that Antonio Banderas. Like,
Oh, shit.
I just want to take you out.
Oh,
like
no.
Hola, señorita. ¿Cómo
I don't know.
está?
I don't know. I like his
Muy
movies.
bien. Muy bien.
Dígame, ¿qué pasa?
You
Sí,
crazy,
sí.
man.
That's
Wow.
funny.
But yeah, I enjoyed you guys. I enjoyed talking about all of this.
Yes.
TP, tell the ladies out there where to find you on social media,
Yes.
sir.
You can find me at
Oh, shit.
On Soul Train, apparently.
You know what? I'm short. You know,
Drop that
ask me
bass.
how tall am I? Ask me again.
How tall are
5'5"
She's short, though.
and a half. 5'5".
I took my heels off. I said, all right, I got you.
I ain't got no heels on today.
Yeah, she got her knees removed 5 years ago. Yeah, they're gone.
It just
I'm
goes
just
thighs
fluid. I
to
can
shins,
glide right out
thighs to shins, thighs to shins.
She bend over at the hip only. But where can the ladies find you?
At I am Wavyy Jonez. That's on Twitter and Instagram.
Oh,
Word up. Mr. Covington.
Prince Rob 1 on Instagram and then Rob Covington on Facebook.
All right, and you can find me on Instagram at official Dom Santana,
Hello.
and you can find me on Twitter at Dominic Santana, capital D, capital S, all one word. And also, to keep it simple, you can just Google me. But
I'm Googleable.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you can Google me
You know what I'm
too,
saying?
baby.
You know what I'm saying? And last but certainly not least, Miss SDOT Lee, can you please tell us where we can find you on social media and then take us home with
Yes.
some of your good ass home cooked wisdom?
Oh, this is about to be good with this conversation we had today.
Hey,
Yes.
yeah, it's gonna be a good
Lord.
one. All right, so you can find me on Facebook at Lady S.Lee. You can find me on Instagram or Twitter at Lady SDOT Lee. And
No knees on Twitter.
no knees. 5'5". Lady SDOT Lee, 5'5". Okay, and fly and shit. Okay, no, 5'5" and fly. That's gonna be my tagline. And I'm gonna tag Wavyy like at Wavyy, 5'5" and fly. So
I'm gonna respond.
I'm gonna get some grills too.
Bob.
So I just want to tell everybody, just pretty much based on what we were speaking of, ladies, respect yourselves, live in your truth. Men, live in your truth. If you're playing games and you know you're in a situation that you should not be in, get out of it. Life is too short. And if there's someone that you've always been wanting to be with and you've been playing games, listen to this podcast. Let this be the reason why you take that step, because life is too short. You might miss out on who you're supposed to be with. Make it happen.
Right on, right on. And on that note, I got a shout out for our EP, one of our EPs,
Hey.
Kevin Hall.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Jamie Henson for holding it down and providing us with this wonderful studio.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you,
and
guys.
we are out of here. Hope to see you again next week.
Cutting up.
Love you to death.
So love.
Why they got us cutting up? Why they got us cutting up?